Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Queries from the Multiverse. I am Jedi Master Tuck. I have somebody with me that I've sort of met sort of recently, but I wanted to bring him on because we've had some good conversations, so but definitely nerd stuff in general. So I wanted to bring him on and have a conversation with him. So, Trust, man, welcome to the channel.
Thank you for having me, man. I'm happy to be here.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. That first panel we did with your mom was really fun, man. It was really
Oh,
fun.
I had a great time.
Yeah, man. So, and
I
you
love I
definitely
love
knew.
talking about some bad games, man.
Oh man, yeah, but you were prepared, man. Like we came in just kind of like, oh, we're just gonna kind of wing it and just whatever we talk about, we talk about it. You were like had notes for everything. It was so fun though, man.
Oh
It really
yeah,
was.
thank you.
Um, but no, so I wanted to bring you on. And like I have had Rossi on before, your mom, so kind of know a few things, about you guys. But where just so everybody kind of knows, where did you grow up?
Well, I was born in Seaside, grew up in Troutdale, Oregon. It was super small, like 7,000 people when I first lived there.
Okay.
And it kind of grew over time and everything. And went to school at Sweetbriar, went to middle school at Walt Morey. And
Okay.
pretty much I would go outside a lot. But when I wasn't outside, I was playing Sega Genesis a lot as a kid. Grew up playing Sega Genesis, and I had a friend, Lance, and we would go in his garage and we would play Smash Bros on his GameCube all the time, 4-player split screen in his garage, just nerding out. Like those were some of like the funnest times, the split screen days. But yeah, I grew up in Troutdale, and as I've gotten older and came back to Oregon, been living in Portland ever since.
Portland now. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love Portland.
So obviously, I knowing your mom and knowing that you guys are big gamers. Obviously, you were a gamer since a kid. I'm assuming you played everything, and I know you talked about playing everything.
Man,
back to Nintendo and all that. So
I've played a lot. I've played. We didn't really have a Nintendo. I had friends who had like N64 and stuff like that, but I had Sega Genesis, and I went crazy. Luckily, when I was growing up, Sega Genesis was kind of out of it, so like getting cartridges for 50 cents, $1.50. I remember I had Madden 95, I had NBA Jam. Like I remember I wasn't allowed to play Grand Theft Auto yet, so my mom told me the best alternative was to get Shadowrun. And I had a blast. It was awesome, super futuristic, and an open world, and all these missions that you could do. It was so ahead of its time for Sega Genesis. Like that was awesome. I remember we got the X32 attachment. I was able to play the first Doom on my Sega. Like I loved Sega, man. Like there's so many good games. Zombies Ate My Neighbors, Bubsy, Road Rash 2. Like man,
Road Rash is an underrated game, dude.
Yeah, Road Rash. No one talks about it, but Road Rash was the shit back then. Road Rash, and then Road Rash 3D on the PlayStation 1.
If you guys don't know, well, Road Rash, you could upgrade your bikes. You had like weapons. You could like attack other people. This was like the most insane game, but it was so much fun.
Hitting somebody with a chain and knocking them off their bike and everything. And I remember in Road Rash 2, when you fell off your bike, you could just stay there and you could run, and then the cops would soon get up to you and everything. Like, man, those games are so awesome, dude.
That's funny, man, because I definitely played a lot of Road Rash, man, and Road Rash 2 for sure. Yeah. There's another game I played a lot of, Altered Beast. Do you remember Altered Beast?
Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah. I love that game, and I had to go get another copy of it because the first copy, the chip was burnt super bad when you get past the loaded, like the intro screen. Bought another copy of it. I still have the actual case for it, and I loved that game so much, man. That is one of my absolute favorite Sega games.
It was a crazy game.
Dude.
It was insane.
When you turn into the beast mode and everything.
Yeah.
Dude, it was such... I love the just 2D platformers and everything like that. They're so much fun, man.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, and of course you have the classics. Like you have Sonic. You have, all those that were always fun to play. I honestly, I don't think I've ever beat a Sonic game, though. I've played them all, and I've definitely probably played all the levels. But I don't know if I've actually ever sat down and beat a Sonic all the way through. Like, I really don't think I have.
I actually, the only Sonic I can vividly remember beating is Sonic Pinball. I had Sonic 1, 2, and I had Sonic 3, and I played them a lot, but I remember I just really liked Sonic Pinball. I don't know what it was about it, but it was so
Was it
much
2
fun,
or 3
man.
that had the pinball world? Because I hated that world, man. Oh, I hated that world.
I think that was 2.
It was
Because that's when Tails gets introduced into the game. Yeah, dude, that's 2. I
man, I
stand
hated
the
that
pinball world.
I know, it was so bad. It was so well just because there's so many bumpers everywhere. Like no matter what you do, it's just like, damn, man, get me out of here.
I would lose my rings and then I'd hit pinball off to something, hit the little swirl thing, and then go right into a little spike dude.
Yep. And then you get stuck in that one horseshoe part that's like just a big horseshoe. And you gotta, oh my God, man, I got stuck in there every time. Like, damn it, get me out of here.
Yeah. but I like Sonic games. It's so sad where Sonic has dropped to. I mean, the GameCube games were really bad. The Dreamcast games were really bad as well. Sonic just went downhill super fast. It's like Sega tried to find their mascot because, you know, I mean, every company has their mascot. You know, you look at PlayStation, Crash Bandicoot, you know.
Right.
You know, you look at Xbox, I'd look at Banjo and Kazooie. If I thought of Xbox, like that's the first like little icons that come to my mind.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I think PlayStation has way more, you know, mascots because, you know, Ratchet and Clank, Jak and Daxter.
Oh my God, yeah, definitely Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, Ratchet. Oh, dude, never beat a Ratchet and Clank game either.
Never? Okay.
Never. I never beat a Ratchet and Clank game. I think we got the first one.
Definitely beat the first one, I think.
I wasn't as into Ratchet and Clank as I thought I would be. Yeah. Like, I loved like Jak and Daxter. That game was so cool, and the first one was so hard for me to beat. I got stuck in this field, didn't know what to do, came back to it months later, and then bam, dude. Then I actually got past that part, beat the game, and I love the second one, the third one. Like, Jak and Daxter is just classic.
Yeah. No, me and your mom were talking about when we talked was like, I remember you had to get the book with the game back then. Like, you had to buy the book. Yes. And like now you can just look up like, oh, I'm stuck in a part, like whatever. Like I'll just look it up real quick. Okay, I got that. Okay, cool. Back then, no. If you got stuck somewhere, you had to go through a freaking book, find that part, find the like play-by-play for it, and try to figure it out through pictures. Not even like a video.
Exactly.
Like, oh my God,
trying to mimic where they were in the picture and try to get yourself there.
Yeah, and you have to make sure that you know what's in between those two pictures.
And back then, those little kid games like Rayman and all that stuff, they were so damn hard. And my parents,
you probably know. Do you remember the original Lego games?
Oh, dude,
they were not easy, man. They were not easy games to play and beat.
Lego Star Wars, dude, those games were so hard. Those were so damn hard. And what sucked about it was, like, I had my own collection of games, and then my parents had their monstrous collection of games.
Sure.
And my parents, they had strategy guides for their games, but my games, they didn't play. So I didn't have a strategy guide for those games. I had to figure it out. That's why I didn't play Jak and Daxter for like 3 months. I was stuck in this field. I cleared out everything. I didn't know what to do. And then I learned that the little 10-year-old me just missed one little green orb, and I found that orb, and then it opened up the whole rest of the map, and then I just went fucking crazy. But I didn't have strategy guides for my game, so I just had to kind of figure it out. And it was hard.
Man. Yeah, Tomb Raider, that was the same way, man. Tomb Raider, playing the first Tomb Raider, oh my goodness, man. I'm just like, what am I supposed to do here? Like, what am I supposed to do? Because I never got the books because my parents bought me the games obviously when I was a kid. So there was no way I was getting the book too. Like the game was hard enough, but yeah, like I'm just sitting there walking in circles in these little tiny rooms in the first Tomb Raider, just like, what am I supposed to do? And then it's like, oh, you're supposed to push a rock. Like, how am I supposed to know that? I've never played this game before. How would I think to know? Like, how would I know that? Oh my
I remember my dad even had strategy guides for like Gran Turismo and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
He even had strategy guides for that, and man, I remember even like back when like the PlayStation 1 was out and like watching my dad play Gran Turismo. Mm-hmm. I remember this one question I asked him. I was like, "Why does the tire look like it's not spinning?" He's like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "The tire, it doesn't even look like it's spinning." Mm-hmm. And he's like, "Oh, it's just a video game. I guess that's how it is." And I remember like the graphics were cool, but I just remember like certain things weren't right. Like always in Grand Theft Auto, their hands being held like that, like them doing that and never having fingers. It was so weird to me. Like Tony Vicetti would be
City is
talking.
one of the worst too, man.
Yeah. Oh my god, because they talk with their hands so much in Vice City, so you see it so much, dude. And
even like the body movements are weird sometimes, where they're just kind of like
they're so clunky. Yeah, they're so clunky, dude. And you see it a lot in San Andreas, like with the characters, because they walk with like a kind of like lean to themselves and everything. You see it so much; it's so clunky.
Yeah,
like seeing Smoke Walk and everything.
Oh yeah, definitely,
dude.
Wow.
I remember. I mean, I wasn't allowed to play Grand Theft Auto, but I played it so much. My friends had it. I was playing Grand Theft Auto, and plus, you know, back then, you know, you had a memory card. I just wanted to make a save. I would just always start from the beginning. Every time I got on, parents were asleep, put it in Vice City, get as far as I could. Bam.
We had a kid that downloaded it into the computer at school because like we had like Oregon, you could play like Oregon Trail and like all those old games.
Yeah,
so he actually downloaded it, and if you got the right computer, you could play GTA 1. I guess it was the first one. Yeah, it would have been the first one.
Oh, the bird's eye view one.
Yeah. So we would sit there and play that, and we get caught all the time playing that, man. Everybody would get caught playing that.
Yeah, we would get caught playing RuneScape at school. I was playing a lot of RuneScape.
Yeah,
man.
Oregon Trail was I loved Oregon Trail, man. That game was so much fun.
Yeah, I played Oregon Trail a lot too, getting past like the little water part and everything. And
dude, I always killed my family somehow. There was always something would go wrong, and I was just like, "Damn it, it killed."
I'd get like a disease or some shit like that. I'd get like malaria or some shit.
Yeah, man, it's so weird because like a lot of people, like younger people, and I don't mean it in any way, but just they don't understand how games were back then. Like it was crazy some of the stuff that we had, and now obviously graphic wise and stuff. I mean, nothing can touch what's out now, but some of the stories, because games back then had to rely on story.
Yeah,
you couldn't, you know what I mean? You couldn't just get away with graphics back then. So, I mean, some games I guess maybe could, but for the most part, yeah.
I mean, honestly, lots of the games that I remember that are like my favorite classic games, like Shadow Man has an incredible story. Max Payne, incredible story, you know what I mean? Like all these games, every Grand Theft Auto, the storytelling and the dialogue is amazing. Rockstar always knocks it out of the park, even back in the day. Like, I've always loved like all those older games, like Splinter Cell and Siphon Filter. Like they just have really good stories, man. Soul Reaver, I mean. Legacy of Kain and all that. Like, they had amazing stories, and they couldn't just rely on graphics, like what you said. Now you can kind of get away with it. Now, like
sometimes, I mean, if the game's really that bad, then it's gonna notice. People will notice. But yeah, if it's at least a decent story, then you can sometimes just get away with graphics in a game. So,
and lots of people that I know, at least, I mean, I play lots of online shooters now and online games. We don't care about graphics, performance over graphics. That's our whole thing. We would rather cap out our frame rate and have the best performance in graphics. Yeah. Because I mean, at the end of the day, for me, it's like if I'm playing a single player game, I want really good graphics. But if I'm playing an online game, man, I don't even care. Yeah. There's a game I started playing called BattleBit, and that is really
I just actually saw that today. How is that?
It's awesome.
Really?
It's actually it's really good. It's fun. It doesn't take itself seriously. Yeah. Like I mean, there's 127 v 127. It's so many players on the map. It's so chaotic. I mean, there's 64 v 64, 32 v 32. Like they're huge maps. It's kind of like Conquest from Battlefield. If you played Conquest mode, it's kind of like that. Multiple flags to capture, giant map. There's vehicles. It's just so funny. And the procs chat, it just makes shit so funny, dude. Just people are wild.
Okay, and that's only on Steam. Is that only on?
Yeah. It's only on Steam, but it's really good.
Okay, I might have to check that out.
And like I said, I mean, they don't take themselves too seriously. Like they just made a fun game. They know it's a game, and it's just a fun time.
No, I saw a video of it today, and I was like, that actually does look like a fun game. It's just like the graphics definitely aren't the best in the world.
No,
but it looks like it plays really smooth and really nice.
And it has destructible environment.
Yeah.
And then when you're inside a building and it kind of just all collapses, you don't know what's really going on. It's so weird how all the blocks just break up and everything, and then all of a sudden you're just crushed by the building.
See, that's cool. See, I would like, yeah, that's cool. That's what I've been waiting for, man. Because there's so many games that say that, and then you get them, and it's like, oh, well, these certain walls collapse or this certain part collapses, and it's like, no, I want by the end of the map there to be just rubble everywhere. If you're gonna do collapsible stuff,
like how Vanguard was, but they only had like certain walls that would collapse and everything. That and you could tell which parts would collapse. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's why I like Battlefield. I like how much stuff would just get destroyed. It was so awesome. People sniping from a little window in a wall. It's all right. I'll take down that wall. You know, and I never sniped in like Call of Duty games. So with Battlefield, it was so much fun to snipe and the bullet drop, and it is just so much fun, man.
What was it? Which one was it? The World War?
Oh, Battlefield 1, the World War 1 one.
There was the map where the train would go down the middle with the sand in the desert.
Yeah.
Dude, I could snipe from one side of that map to the other. Like if you were on that map and I could see you, I could hit you. Like I knew exactly how far I had to do the bullet drop and everything. Like I could hit anybody from anywhere in that map, dude. Oh my god, I love that.
That's how it was on like that map with like the giant bunker right in the middle, and it has the cannon on it, and then has the castle on the other side. I'd literally lay in the grass on the other side of the map and just sniping people, headshot. And then I remember I wanted to get my sniper class to level 10 because you unlock the Colibri, the world's smallest pistol. Does literally 1 damage, but it's so awesome. It's so awesome.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yep, absolutely.
If I log onto my account on my Xbox right now, I know I'll have my Colibri class. It's so cool. The pistol's so bad, but the little inspec animation, he pulls it out and drops it in both of his hands is awesome.
Yeah, I think that was really the best, or not the best one, but I think that was the last good Battlefield.
I think I agree with you. There's a lot of people who didn't like Battlefield 1, but I personally loved it. I had so much fun with it. I loved the DLC for it. The horses were awesome on it. Sniping people off of horses was awesome. Like that game was just really fun. I loved the maps. I know
they're amazing, dude.
The only problem, the assault class, it was all shotguns. I mean, there was like that one SMG that you get at the very end.
Yeah.
So the gun selection was really kind of bare, but it's World War I, so I mean, what can you expect? That's kind of how it was. But all in all, really fun Battlefield.
Yeah.
Battlefield 4 is fun. Battlefield, man, those games were so good.
Fun. Yeah. What was the other one? The Cops and Robbers one. Oh shoot.
I know what you're talking about. It was like a DLC for Battlefield 3, Battlefield Hardline.
Yes, that game was so much fun, man.
Yeah, Battlefield Hardline was awesome.
So much fun. Yeah.
And that was, and luckily that game kind of came out in like a dead period for me where I wasn't really playing anything, so I played that so fast. It was really quick. It was super quick, but I had a lot of fun with it.
Oh, I played that game all the time, man.
I liked Battlefield Hardline a lot.
That one was a really good one. Yeah.
And sadly, I didn't really get to play like Battlefield Bad Company 2 or the first one because I was in my Call of Duty phase. Even Battlefield 3, I didn't play a lot of Battlefield 3 because, I mean, Modern Warfare 3 was out, and if I didn't want to play Modern Warfare 3, I could go back to Black Ops 1 or go back to Modern Warfare 2. Like, the games were so populated. Like, that time period for gaming was so awesome, especially if you were a Call of Duty fan, because Modern Warfare 3, you get bored of that. There's still people on Black Ops 1. Get bored of that. There's still people on Modern Warfare 2. The player count was still showing. Modern Warfare 2's player count was broken since like a month after the game came out. It always said 0 people online. But I mean, Black Ops 1 was populated. Dude, that was such an awesome time. That was like huge period of my teenage years because I got grounded summer 2010 when Modern Warfare 2 was like in its prime still, and I was grounded the entire summer. Could not go outside, couldn't do anything, but I was allowed to still play Xbox. And
wow.
I had a year subscription of Xbox Live, had Modern Warfare 2 on my Xbox, had Modern Warfare 3 on my PlayStation 3, and I would kind of just go back and forth, and I grinded Modern Warfare 2 so hard. Met some friends I still have to this day because of that.
Dude,
summer.
you got so lucky. You got
lucky.
I
I was grounded. I was grounded, but I was still allowed to game, and that was really when like my hardcore gaming phase really set in. That's when I was like,
okay.
I don't want to go outside anymore. I want to game. Like, I'm cool. Like, let me escape. Like, I want to game. And that was when like I started competing in Call of Duty and like got on the team, and like that was when that kind of era for me started to happen.
Okay, well, yeah, no, that's perfect. Let's talk about that. So so you started competing, but also now you do the mobile, right? You play the mobile a lot.
I Call of Duty Mobile, awesome game. And I played Call of Duty Mobile because in 2015 I kind of quit console and I switched over to PC. My friend gave me a PC and just wanted me to play PC and experience it, and I got hooked ever since. I love learning how to aim and all that. Like, aiming just feels so much more precise on mouse and keyboard. And in 2018 I lost my computer, haven't had one since, but Call of Duty Mobile came out in 2019 and my friends were telling me about it, and I was like, you know what, I don't play console, let me give it a shot. And it's kind of the same. There's DPI on your screen, just like dots per inch on your mouse and everything. So the aiming is really similar. The movement is really similar. I mean, although, you're playing on a phone and everything, it's really similar. It's very similar to how PC plays. Your frames, I mean, I get 120 frames on an iPhone 14 playing that game. Like,
oh my God, yeah.
I have 120 frame per second frame rate. It's just, the only problem with the game is like desync. There's network errors. There's little problems like that. It's a mobile game, but it's really, it's so solid. And I've been asked to get on teams on this game, but I just don't want to compete anymore. I did all of that. I'm not in a competing phase. Competitive, and the thing is like, competitive Call of Duty ruined casual gaming for me. Like, I can't go into a game and play as a casual player anymore. Like, every time I play a game, I grind, and that's how I am. Like, I want to grind leaderboards. I want to be at the top. Like, I can't go into like a public match and have like just a good time and like just mess around, because I always want to fry every time. And like, even back when I was competing, I even said like, competitive Call of Duty has ruined casual Call of Duty for me. Like, I can't just be a casual fan anymore.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's gotta suck, man, because when you come from that mindset in general, you kind of just always have to have it, right? Like, I have to I have to keep being better.
Yeah, and that's how, like, I feel like if I'm losing, like, I mean, there's people who are better than me. I mean, there's people who are better than someone at everything. That's just how it is. But I feel like that I should be the best. Like, I feel like I shouldn't be losing and stuff like that. And now I'm taking, I've kind of learned like a new playing style where I play with 4 fingers instead of playing with my thumbs. So now I use my index fingers and I use my thumbs to play. So I'm going to take the next 3 weeks until the new rank season starts and just practice, get my everything dialed in, get my movement down, and just really practice. And that's what I've been waiting for, to start posting on TikTok again, because I have a new play style. I want to get it really dialed in and just take this next time to really learn it. So, I mean, and that's the competitive that comes from me. Like, I'd rather take the time right now to practice, so in the long run, I'm just smooth sailing. And that's how it was with Call of Duty. When I competed, you'd scrim 8 hours a day, just scrim constantly. There's so many things I missed out on doing. Like, I didn't go to prom. Like, there's so many like social events that I had to skip out on, because if I didn't, I'd get dropped from my team. Like, it was like that, because you have 3 other dudes that really want to win, and if there's one dude that's kind of holding them down, no hard feelings, but deuces, guy. So it was choose what you want. And honestly, I made all the right choices. I would do it all over again.
Okay.
If I go back to 2010 to 2012 and do it all over again, I 150% would. I had some of the best and worst times competing. I've been humbled so many times.
I can imagine. Oh yeah.
We love to win, but hate to lose.
Oh, for sure. Well, yeah, everybody does, man. Everybody does.
And it's definitely happened a lot. But I started competing in Black Ops 1, and
okay,
I enjoyed Black Ops 1. I was kind of getting into the scene, and I learned about esports back when it used to be on X Games. Like, people don't even remember that, but it used to be on TV. Like, they'd have Halo tournaments and everything. It used to be on X Games. Like,
oh, I remember.
Yeah, dude, it was on ESPN and all that stuff. Like,
absolutely,
way back in the day, like 2003 and stuff like that, 2004, and but I learned about esports from that scene. And I learned about Call of Duty back when I started playing Call of Duty 4. I knew there was a competitive scene for it because I watched Halo 3. And at Halo 3 events, they also had Call of Duty events. So you would, if you watched it on YouTube, it would kind of intertwine with each other, and you would kind of start to see that. So I saw the Call of Duty 4 and all that stuff. And then Black Ops 1 was when I actually saw, like, events were happening. Like, Pro League was a thing. And, like, Black Ops 1 was, like, the setting stones for, like, getting Call of Duty off the ground for esports, and that was the game that I really started in.
What a perfect game to use too.
Oh yeah, and I mean, and that's what I mean. That's what I mean, kind of by earlier when I said that if you play online, like, you don't really care about the graphics, because Black Ops 1 has horrible graphics. I mean, the graphics are really bad in that game, but didn't even care because the game just played so well, and it was just so much fun that, like, who cares about the graphics? It was such a fun experience, and it was such a good Call of Duty for me to get introduced into competitive, because Modern Warfare 3 was a really dull year for competitive. Infinity Ward games kind of tend to just be dull years when it comes to competitive Call of Duty. Not a lot happens, and once Black Ops 2 came out, like, that's when, like, the gates broke off for Call of Duty esports. Like, I mean, Counter-Strike has always had more views when it comes to ESL and streams like that. I mean, you're talking like 400,000 concurrent viewers. But Call of Duty back in Black Ops 1, I mean, 7,000 was a lot. 10,000, we were like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. But Black Ops 2, we started seeing 40,000 and 60,000. And, like, that's when, like, it actually started getting big. And that was, like, the game that, like, I started to see the most success in. Like, that's when we started winning a lot of online tournaments, and, like, that's when, like, pro points really started to be a thing. And, like, if you win an online tournament, you get 2,500 pro points, 10,000 pro points, and you're considered a pro player. I stopped at 7,500, but I won money off that game. Like, Call of Duty Mobile, I've actually made more money off of, just because now I stream and stuff like that. But actual, like, winning tournaments and everything, Black Ops 2 is where I won it. I made $600 off of Black Ops 2.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I made $600, and I just put it all into a PayPal account, and then I used it on Xbox stuff.
Well,
I just bought a whole bunch of I just bought a whole bunch of games and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I still had the money in my account when Infinite Warfare came out. So
now, how old were you when that? Wait, how old would you have been when that happened?
I was 17. I turned 17 a few days after Black Ops. Yeah, after Black Ops 2 came out, like, what? I think it was like November 8th, November 10th, something like that.
Yeah. And
my birthday's on the 15th, so I turned 17 a few days.
$600 as a 17-year-old kid, man, that's not bad.
Oh, yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, it was fucking awesome, dude.
Like, all I had to do was play some video games for a little while.
And I mean, I competed a little bit in Ghost, but I just didn't like Ghost to the point to where I knew that I knew I wasn't going to be able to actually, like, scrim and practice as much as the team would want me to. So instead of, like, holding my team back, I just kind of decided to quit competitive.
Yeah, it sucks because, man, I was really looking forward to that game, and oh my God, did it flop? Was it really not good?
I wasn't. I was so nervous for that game, and
we talked about it. Is that one map, the big map, the
Stonehaven,
castle and everything? Oh my
Stonehaven. God! Yeah. Oh, I could name map after map. Stormfront was dog shit. I mean, dude, that map was just filled with horrible maps, and the maps that we played in competitive was Freight, Sovereign, Octane, Strike Zone. That was it. And it came back to Domination being in there. The stream views, like nothing was growing during Ghost. Like the streams kind of died down a little bit. They took out Hardpoint, which the reason why they brought Hardpoint in was because there's so much going on. It's so much fun for people to watch. It's easy to watch. So like when Black Ops 2 added Hardpoint, and it was the first game that you start out with, there's so much action rather than starting out with Domination where it's a fight for B. Once you get B, you kind of just hold B and kind of just camp. That's how it is.
Pretty much, yeah.
And it's just Ghost was just. I always have anxiety when there's a new Call of Duty game release, especially back then, because I knew we were in a time where it's going to end at some point. I knew it was going to end at some point, and like I was just riding it out. But like,
well, that's
the one thing. Like, I knew we were in a golden era, and I knew it while it was happening. Like, as it was happening, I knew, like, dude, this is a golden era for this game. Like, and I knew it was gonna drop. And every single time, like when I heard about Black Ops 2, and like I remember they had the 25mm scanner sight where you could see through the wall and see an enemy through the wall and stuff. And like, I was so worried about that and stuff. But then it turned out that it was a great game and like I had nothing to worry about. And when Ghost was coming out and I saw clips for it and stuff, I was like, I just got worried and more worried. And like, then I heard people talking about how it played and stuff. And I was like, oh no. Then I got the game and I played it for myself, and it was just. There
was no excitement in that game, man. There was just no excitement in that game at all.
And they tried to do like the interactable environments and stuff, but it just wasn't it. It just really was not it. And they had that they had that blitz mode where you have like a circle on each side and you just have to kind of run into the circle to get points and everything. That was also a mapping competitive. That was so, oh my God, it was so flip-floppy and just inconsistent. And that game, the guns, that's one thing. The guns felt great. Like the guns were really fun on that game, but the map design is really where it just fell. And that game had some of the coolest customization. You could have Snoop Dogg as your voice announcer. Like,
oh, that's right. Is that the one? Is that the one?
That was the one where you kept Snoop Dogg as your voice announcer.
I do remember that for sure. Yeah.
And like, there's like you got the weed titles that you could buy and like the suit of weed. Like, dude, Ghost had some really just cool, wacky customization, and you could buy everything individually, kind of like with how it started in Black Ops 2. You had the bacon camo, you had sideboard camo, you just had all these cool camos, and you could buy them for like $1.99.
That's funny. Yeah, that's funny. Because I do remember the Snoop Dogg stuff and the weed stuff, because I definitely had all that on my.
Like Ghost had like really cool DLC. Like they had the map that was Fog. It was the horror movie map, and then you could play as Michael Myers as a field upgrade. Like they had some really really cool DLC. But the stuff that came on the base disc, which is pretty much what I played, because I wasn't getting, if I was buying Microsoft points, it was because I won money and I was able to go buy Microsoft points. But we weren't in a spot to where I could get Microsoft points, so I wasn't getting DLC like that. Like I bought all the DLC in Black Ops 2, and luckily I didn't buy any of the DLC in Ghost, because I think I stopped competing March 2014. Yeah, March 2014 was when I stopped.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So it's been a little bit then since you've competed.
Oh yeah, it's been a while.
But I would think streaming sort of feels the same way. I mean, obviously you're not literally competing against anybody, but I mean, there's thousands of people that stream now games and every game out there. So you are competing in a way, like Well,
that's why I play ranked, because ranked is like it's fun. Well, not fun, but it is the most fun that I'll have on the game, and it's a challenge. You play against people who actually have an idea of what's going on in the game. And sadly, because Call of Duty Mobile is a mobile game and they want to have lobbies fill up fast, they put half the team is a bot in public matches, half the team are real players. So like if you play Hardpoint and it's 5v5, you could have 2 or 3 bots on your team, and then the rest real players. So in ranked matches, you play against only real players. Once you get up to master rank, it's all real players. No bot lobbies or anything like that. And I play, and I'm at the top. I'm at legendary rank, so it's all real players, and it's all really sweaty people.
So what are you ranked in the world? Where do you think you're at right now?
Well, when the season started, I was 3,000. Like total rank points, I was 3,000, and then, as you know, I had that crazy work week in June. Those 2 work weeks where I did 58 hours, and I tanked. I think right now, because once you hit above top 10,000, then you could work for top 5K, and top 5K, like, you get like a special emblem and everything, and like you get like a animated calling card and all this stuff. Okay. And once you get above top 10,000, then it starts counting down like 9,000 and like what actual place you are. And I just dropped out of 10,000. Okay. Like, I just dropped out of 10,000. So I'd say I'm probably like 10.2K in that ballpark, 10.2, 10.3.
Right.
Probably around there.
Okay.
But that game,
like, dude, there's thousands of people that do it, though. I mean, come on, man. I mean, it's like, to be in the top 10,000 is still pretty insane. I mean,
well, and when the rank reset happens, because it drops you down 2 ranks wherever you're at. So whatever ladder you're at, like, I'll drop down to master rank. That's 2 ranks where I'm below. And every time rank reset happens, it happens at 5 o'clock, usually on a Thursday. The second it happens, people are like that on flies on shit on fucking flies on shit. You know what I mean? Like,
I know exactly.
The second reset happens, everyone's on it, and it's a race to hit legendary. That is the one thing. Everybody is racing to hit legendary. Hit it as fast as you can. Get top 5K, secure top 5K, and just keep going. Yeah. I mean, my friend, because you can get guns on leaderboards if you use guns and you get a certain amount of points with it, then you can get the gun on leaderboard. My friend, he just got the new gun, just dropped. It's a Grau from Modern Warfare 2019. They put it into the game. And he got global leaderboards with it. He was number 30, went to sleep, woke up, and dropped down to 60. And then, like, he just dropped a whole bunch of places, and, like, he grinded himself back up to, like, 50, fell asleep, dropped down to 97, grinded up to 70, and then fell asleep, woke up, and now he's at 140. Like, it's just crazy. Like, and when I was playing PC, I was always like, mobile gamers aren't gamers. Like, I was kind of had that mindset. This is the one game I've never seen people grind a game this hard. Like, I've never had to, like, actually, like, if I really wanted to keep up, I would have to go out of work so much. Like, I'd have to miss so much work and stuff like that, which is just not feasible. Like, I play as much as I can. I do what I can, and, like, I have a fun time playing. But there are people who just don't sleep, man. I mean, and the legendaries in the game are egregiously expensive. Like, I mean, we're talking $125 for a legendary gun. Where it's like $20 in the other game that it originally came out in. Like, that the game it's cool, but the microtransactions are so expensive, and since it's free to play, they kind of have that little wiggle room to be like, well, it's free to play. So I mean, they have a new kind of category of weapons, and it's mythic. And to buy a mythic gun, just the base version, because you can upgrade it, the base version is $150. And if you want to max upgrade your mythic gun, it's an extra $150. So it's $300 for a weapon skin. It's crazy, dude.
For a skin?
For a skin.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You know the Holger, the LMG from Modern Warfare 2019?
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
The Holger 26. They have a mythic version of it. It's called the Dark Frontier.
Okay.
$300 to fully max it out. It's cool.
Oh my god.
But it's not that cool, man.
No.
Like, I know a few people, and they had their accounts made in a different region. Like, I have one friend, he got his account made in India, so all of his legendary guns are like $30. Like they're really cheap. He just bought it he made his account in a different region, so that now he has the price difference on the CP. So, like, he could buy 100 CP that it would cost us 100 CP. He can get it for $30. Super cheap stuff. Like,
oh, that's awesome. Though,
yeah. So he just had his account made in India, and then bam.
I mean, I use the New Zealand trick once in a while, like when I want to play a game early. But I mean, that's they don't.
Back in, like, like 2013 and stuff. I remember when Black Ops 2 was kind of getting toward the end of the life cycle. Like it was like late October and everything. And I had this one friend, and he went on eBay, bought a copy of Call of Duty Ghosts for $120, and played it as soon as the servers were turned on. Because they turn on the servers like about 2-3 weeks before the game comes out to kind of make sure everything's right and everything.
Yeah.
So he was playing the game. Like I remember seeing him like while I was on Black Ops 2. Like I'd look and Xbox would show what their people are doing, and it'd say he was on Call of Duty Ghosts playing on Octane. I was like, how's this guy playing Call of Duty Ghosts right now? I messaged him, and he's like, oh dude, I bought a copy on eBay. Super illegal to do. But he was like, yeah, I bought a copy on eBay for $120. And he's like, he told me, he's like, I really wish I didn't though. He's like, this game's ass. And then
yeah, I can imagine that was definitely the reaction for sure, dude. Because could you imagine being like one of those just like the lone people playing it before everybody else for weeks, and it's just so bad, and then everybody comes in. Oh my god!
Yeah, he said that it would take him. He said it would take him so long to find matches, but he would find matches, but it'd usually be against the same people. And he said if they were in a match, then he had to wait for their match to end, so to find a spot. He said that like back then, like when that game was out, he said that the matches took a really long time to get into, and he said that like at the time, he said there was like 2 maps that he liked. He was like, "There's 2 maps I really like." He's like, "But." He's like, I've only been able to play a handful, so I can't really give an opinion on it.
Yeah, I don't know if that's worth the double price, man. I don't know if that's worth.
It's definitely not. Oh yeah, I forgot games were $60 back then. I forgot that they were $50 on the PlayStation 2.
Yeah, 50. Then they went up to 60. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Wow. I don't know. Yeah. Oh man, Ghost. $120 for Ghost. Oh, that would have hurt.
No, I remember I went to midnight releases a lot. I remember my dad took me to the midnight release of Black Ops 2, and it was so awesome. And dude, the hype in that line was just crazy. And that was the last midnight release I went to. And that's a thing that doesn't happen anymore.
Every Madden, dude, I was at the GameStop waiting. Like everyone, for sure.
Dude, I remember, I waited for Black Ops 2. I waited for Modern Warfare 3. Oh, no, I didn't. No, Modern Warfare 3, actually. My parents lied to me, and they said that they weren't able to get it to me because money was too tight. And then I remember my dad was like, hey, would you go get me a box of cereal? I was like, my dad wants some cereal? That's weird. I opened up the cabinet, and then Modern Warfare 3 was sitting right there.
Nice.
But to this day, that's the Call of Duty I broke the most disc from. I broke 3 copies of that game. 3 copies of that game. One of them was an accident because my Xbox, I decided it looks really nice when it's standing up, so I stood it up, and then like 2 weeks later I got up in a hurry and I knocked over my Xbox, and then it white ringed my disc. Like it just sounded like my Xbox was eating my disc. It was like this loud crunching noise and everything. Yep. And I open up my tray, and then I look at my disc, and I just see this white ring around it, and there's nothing I could do to fix it. I tried peanut butter. I tried toothpaste. It was just done, dude. And then the other 2 copies, I literally just took it out and I threw it on the ground. Yeah. I just took it out of my tray and just threw it on the ground. And one copy was from Black.
And the disc was the worst. And then I got, I had probably 3 or 4 360s that the red ring of death, man. I had to send them in, get a new one back, or a refurbished one back. And then that would last for a few months or maybe a year, and then it would break again. I'm like, you mother, like, come on, man. Just
I've had 1 red ring of death, and my tray wouldn't open, and then Xbox sent us back our Xbox with the Gears of War 2 in it, and they sent us 3 months of Xbox Live. And
I'll tell you what, though, that was one good thing about them at that time. They didn't ask any questions. Like if something was wrong with the Xbox, they took care of you. Like
they did. Yeah. If you still had that shiny little warranty thing on there, oh, you're in good hands.
Yep.
Also speaking of that, random thought, but I remember those Xbox covers that you could get, those little faceplate different covers that you can get. I remember I had a Halo 3 one, dude, and that stuff was awesome, dude.
Oh, yeah. I had a Gears of War one. I had a Battlefield. Was it Battlefield? Battlefront? The Star Wars one. Yeah, I had one of those. I had a couple of them. Yeah, man. Yeah.
But no, I've only had 1 red ring of death, and The Xbox 360 I used for ages, it had a crack at the bottom, like you could see inside of it. Never got a red ring on it ever, and it sounded like an airplane taking off. It was so loud. There was so much dust in it, but I never got a red ring on that. But
I think it happened to me like 3 or 4 times. But every time they'd send me an Xbox, I'd send that one out, and then I'd have an Xbox to play in the meantime, and then I would have to send that one back when they sent me the one back, and then.
Yeah, Xbox. We had like 3 Xbox 360s. One for my mom, one for my dad, one for me. And my dad never played his, so I would just take his sometimes and use it.
Now, that is one thing that Xbox, I think, had over everybody back then, was just that they were like, their customer service was amazing for sure.
Xbox, I mean, if you're playing online gaming on a console, it was Xbox. If you, PlayStation was the odd one out. Like, if you're playing PlayStation, people are like, you play PlayStation online? Like, PlayStation 3, their whole online thing just wasn't it. And they got all their system got hacked completely. Their data breach when that happened.
Like, I was all in on PS until until 360 came out. When 360 came out, it was just so much better than PS3 or was it PS3 that came out?
Yeah.
So it just
And the whole user interface, it's just, I loved the 360. The 360 was that's prime time for me. Like, I was so sad when 2013 came and they were releasing the Xbox One. I was so sad, man. I was like, I do not want this to end. Like, that was such a great 8 years, 2005 to 2013. I mean, and plus I got into Xbox Live in 2004 with Halo 2 because my friend Brandon had it up the street, and we were able to play split screen and both use a mic and just play online together. And that's what got me really into online gaming. Halo 2
for me it was Gears of War.
Gears of War.
Yeah, I worked with these guys that all played Gears of War. It was 3 of them, and they needed a 4th person. And they're like, "You should get an Xbox 360." And I was like, "All right." So I went and got one, and we started playing Gears of War, dude. And literally, we would play every single night for like 10 in the morning, like every day. It was insane. It was so much fun, though. Yeah,
that's how it was with. I played Halo a lot, and like I learned like the launchers spawn and like the timer on it on Warlock and everything. But I really got into online gaming once like COD 4 came out. Like, all my friends at school, like, they were playing it and everything, and like they were like, "Hey, dude, you should play with us and everything." And I was like, screw it, I'll try it. And that's just when I was playing on like a little 12-inch TV that I put at the end of my dad's desk, and I would turn up the sound all the way, couldn't see shit, and just game out. And like I've said earlier before, my mom would have to kick me off. I'd be on for so long, she'd have to come downstairs and be like, "Eli, time to get off, time to wrap it up."
Well, even back then, you had to have the Ethernet. Like, you had to have an Ethernet cord. Like, you couldn't just play on like live.
There's no Bluetooth, there was no Wi-Fi, none of that, man.
Oh man, yeah, I remember, dude. I remember that time, and you had to actually buy the physical cards.
The
Xbox Live cards, man. Oh my god.
Dude, that sucked. $60 for a year, and then I was just getting month ones, $10 month ones, and luckily, like, I'd get little bits of Xbox points and stuff like that. But man, I played a lot of COD 4, and even when World at War came out, I was so over World War II games. I was so done with World War II games, and people don't remember, but I mean, we were just getting flooded with World War II games. It's World War II after World War II. I mean, you had Medal of Honor that was doing World War II, and then, I mean, they did a Pearl Harbor game, Rising Sun, which was cool, but I mean, it was just World War II after World War II games. I was so done to when World at War came out. I was like, I'm not going to play this that much. I eventually started playing it months after it came out, and I was happy I did because zombies. And the only reason why I actually started playing it, because I looked at my friends list, and like I said, on Xbox, it showed what your friends are doing. And it showed my friends on World at War, and it said bathing in Nazi blood or Nazi zombie blood, and I'm like, dude, what the hell is that? and then I went on YouTube and I started watching stuff, and I was like, dude, there's a zombies mode in this. I was like, oh, I have to play this. And then I got a copy of it, and yeah, I actually really liked World at War. It turned out.
Yeah, I think World at War is one of the good ones, man. I think it's
it's a great one. It's a great one. Yeah, it's underrated just because it came out in a time where people were just so burnt out on World War II games that it just got kind of looked over and everything. But it is like literally one of the funnest Call of Duties, and it has dismemberment. I mean, dude, you catch a nade and there goes your legs, dude. You get hit with the anti-vehicle sniper, the PTRS, bam, dude, you're gonna lose a limb. It was so awesome, and I wish that it's cool that they remastered COD 4, but I would love to see what it were remastered. That's the actual one that I would want to see remastered. Like with today's graphics and how gory they tried to make it back then, it'd be that'd be so awesome.
That was the first one with the dogs too, right?
Yeah, the K9 unit.
Yeah, I think that was the first one.
Yeah, because COD 4 had the helicopter for 7 kills, and then World at War had the dogs for 7 kills.
Dude, that was literally the scariest sound in the world when you were playing, and all you heard was those dogs barking, and you're like, no, somebody got dogs. God damn, like, you were just so mad.
And so dude, the World at War dogs were just something else. And Black Ops 1,
on you, dude. Like,
they literally just come right out of right outside the map where you were next to or anything. They're popping out right on you, dude. And you're not out running them, you're not out shooting them. No, it just good luck, man.
Yeah, you couldn't shoot them back in that one, I don't think.
No.
I don't think you could even do it in that one. I think that's the next one or the one after where you can
Black Ops 1, you could shoot them. And Black Ops 2, they were good in every Call of Duty that they came out when. I mean, the dogs were just super OP every time. And then Black Ops 3, when they came out, they introduced the Raps, which was just their version of the dogs, just futuristic. The rolling balls that would blow up when they hit you. Those were annoying, man. Like,
I remember those. Oh, yeah.
The actual days of strong kill streaks in games. Yeah, dude. I mean,
the one thing that really upsets me with Call of Duty, and I just don't understand why they don't put it in the game still to this day, is like leaning up against a wall, being able to peek out around a wall.
They did it in Ghost. They tried it out in Ghost.
That's right, they did.
If you get like kind of close to the wall but not near it, then you could click your trigger and then your guy would lean and everything. It was just such a useless effect. Like. And that's one thing I don't really like about like Rainbow Six Siege and stuff. Is because in video games, when your character does this and the pixels are kind of messing up, it's so impossible to hit your shot. It's so hard because it doesn't hit. It's a dead space. So when your dude's doing that, that's why like if you watch like competitive people and like they play that game, they're always wiggling their character and everything because it just messes up the hitbox. You just create a dead zone where you can't hit, and it's just It doesn't like in video games. It doesn't work how they intend it to. Like in PUBG, that's one thing. Like there's bullet velocity, bullet travel speed, all this stuff in PUBG, and when you have pixels that are like this, it's impossible to hit somebody. And when you can only see their head, like in PUBG, it would happen to me all the time. Someone would be around a tree and they'd just peek their head and you're not going to hit that shot. It's literally impossible to hit that shot because your bullet's not going to register to where that actual hitbox is because there's no hitbox there.
Right.
It just fucks shit up. It's I'm actually, and I remember in Ghost, I turned off that effect. In the options, I went and I turned off leaning.
So I was going to say, is that because of the leaning itself? That's what's doing it?
It's the leaning itself that's doing it because, like I said, when you move like this, that whole hitbox just gets completely fucked. It becomes like there's no hitbox there, and especially like when they're doing it around a corner, you literally are just seeing a few pixels and everything. There's no pixels to hit.
So when you get those sniping,
especially like back then, because I mean there was like no updates on games, and like they're not as like refined as they are now. Like the gameplay is like a huge factor in games, and obviously it was back then as well. But it's just that as technology's gotten better, so as games, and especially shooters. I mean, they go all out. I mean, they have actual like testing of stuff, and I mean the whole designing of games and actually making fucking games has changed so much, and it's gotten a lot better with the stuff that we're able to use now.
Yeah, and then you have EA, which just doesn't care about anybody or anything, and all they care about is copy and paste last year's game improve a few mechanics here and there, and put it back out.
Triple A studios have really fallen. I don't know if you heard though. Microsoft has won their FTC lawsuit against Sony, and now they have all the rights to Activision Blizzard. They own World of Warcraft, they own Call of Duty, they own Candy Crush Saga, they own StarCraft, they own all these titles now. They own Call of Duty now.
Microsoft does.
Microsoft does. And now they make the shots for Call of Duty. And the head dude at Microsoft said he wants to end exclusivity inside of Call of Duty. They did like a huge talk, and they pretty much only talked about Call of Duty. Like that, they have all these other games, but they pretty much just talked about Call of Duty. And like they were saying, like they want to end exclusivity with Call of Duty. They don't want any platform to have like exclusive rights to this or anything.
Yeah.
And they want to bring it to different platforms. They want to like open up Call of Duty to more platforms. Nintendo is supposedly coming out with a new console that is going to be compatible to like how the Xbox One and PS4 perform. It's going to have like that kind of hardware. So they're going to bring Call of Duty to that.
It's still going to be last gen?
It's still going to be last gen. I mean, that's how Nintendo is. But it's going to be their strongest, device, and they're going to bring Call of Duty to that, and they're going to just bring Call of Duty to more platforms. And Modern Warfare 2 that came out this year was the last, exclusive Sony Call of Duty. So like there's still Sony exclusive things in that game. Yeah. But this is the last year of it. So next year, this year when the new Call of Duty comes out, we'll see what happens. But
okay.
I don't think a lot's going to change for the game. I personally, and I've already heard people talking about it because they are having a early play of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. That's what the next one is. It's Modern Warfare 3. They just had a early play of it, and I've heard I can't wait for next year when Treyarch comes out. People are saying that they're just going to skip this year and wait for next year, 2024, when Treyarch releases.
It's really that bad? It's really that bad?
Yeah.
Damn.
The only like saving grace about it is that it's going to be made by Sledgehammer, and Sledgehammer, when World War II was getting a whole bunch of slack, they completely reworked the multiplayer and made it to how people liked it and actually made a better game. The only problem is that they lost so many people at the initial launch of the game that no one came back after they actually fixed everything. And Sledgehammer,
I hate the menu for the new one. The menu.
The UI has been so bad.
Stupid. It is so dumb.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I've heard people say that since day one.
It's so confusing because you go in and I'll go to where I play hardcore if I play online, but I also play DMZ. I play a little bit of everything really. But if I go in to filter my playlist for hardcore, if I go back in the next time, it's completely different than what I saved it as. So I have to go back and redo my playlist, and it's like, why can't I play free for all, team deathmatch, and domination. Those are the three I play. That's what I like to play, and I just play a rotation of them, like whatever comes up. I don't care. But every time I go in there, it's like hard points on there. King of the Hill, or not King of the Hill, Search and Destroy. And I'm like, I don't play those modes. Like, and nothing against those modes. It's just they're just not ones I play. But every time it's like I don't want to be forced into playing what you want me to play. Like, just let me play what I want.
Hardcore Search and Destroy on that game, I couldn't imagine it. Regular Search and Destroy on that game is already so campy. I couldn't imagine hardcore. I guarantee you, no one's moving.
Hardcore is pretty. I don't know. It's the only way I can play though now. For some reason, I can't play. Every time I play regular, I notice it, and I'm just like, God, this is. I like being able to get one or two taps and move on. Like one tap, two tap, move on.
Sounds like that in Modern Warfare 2, like the OG Modern Warfare 2. I only played hardcore. Hardcore Search and Destroy, hardcore domination, hardcore mercenary team deathmatch. That's all I played.
And I'm also like a small map person. Like Shipment is my jam.
I love chaos. I love chaotic maps.
Yeah,
man.
I love it.
Spawning right behind somebody. Oh, I love it, man. But it's just I loved playing hardcore back then. I played hardcore in World at War. I played hardcore in COD 4. I loved it. And when I went to Black Ops 1 and actually started competing, obviously everything's in core, and that transition was so hard. It pissed me off because I'm like, dude, I just shot you like 5 times and you're not dead. Like,
Yeah,
it was so annoying. Man, Core was really, really hard to get back into. But now that I play it, I couldn't imagine not playing Core. They have hardcore in COD Mobile, and I'll do hardcore for like long shots to get my guns gold and all that and stuff like that.
Sure.
Easy long shots, easy to get my shotguns, diamond, and stuff like that.
Hardcore free for all is how you level up everything. You just level up everything. Yeah, for sure. It's so easy. Just run around and shoot. If you hit it,
now I can play hardcore now though. I played it a lot in Black Ops 4 because I was going for dark matter and the outlaw sniper was horrendous and I couldn't use it in core, I had to do it in hardcore. Same with the SVD and Black Ops 2. The only time you could get a one-shot headshot or one-shot was with a headshot in core, and sometimes you still wouldn't even get a one-shot, so I had to go do that in hardcore because I figured out about diamond and I wanted to go through every weapon class and get every gun gold so I could get diamond.
Yep. Oh, I'm the same way, man. I don't. Yep. That's so.
I had to. I was like, dude, this is so cool, and I did it on every single class. And I knew, and I knew that they would have something like that because in COD 4, I unintentionally figured out that they had the gold AK because I did every gun I got at Red Tiger, figured out about the gold AK. Obviously the golden Desert Eagle you got when you hit, level 55. And then Modern Warfare 2, I thought there'd be something. I got every single gun with the fall camo and there was nothing. I was like, oh, that sucks.
Dude, man. The Desert Eagle is one of my favorite guns, man. Whenever there's a 50 cal and a Desert Eagle, I always run the 50-50. Like I have the 50 cal with the Desert Eagle. Oh my god, I love that gun.
Yeah,
you can snipe with that gun. You can
they have it in COD Mobile and they do the one tap headshot. If you hit a headshot, 100 damage no matter what. I love one tapping people with the deagle. It is the most satisfying thing. You hear the ding and you're like, oh shit, awesome.
Which one was it? I think it was. Oh man, which one was it? You could akimbo it.
Modern Warfare 2.
Oh my god, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh dude, I ran around the double DEs.
Yep, I would do that and I'd do akimbo magnums. Akimbo magnums all the time, man. I loved it. That was so much fun. And you could do akimbo SMGs. I remember people do akimbo vectors and shit. I'm like,
man.
No way. Like that. And see, that's the thing. Like, that game was such a place and time where there was no balance done to that game. But we didn't know about balance. It was just chaotic, and it was fun as hell, man.
Yeah, you just played. That was it.
Attack helicopter. I mean, you got shot nearby by the attack helicopter, and you're dying. I mean, it was just instant death, dude. Like, that game is awesome, dude.
Absolutely, man. I think, you know what? These games, they should get reboots like every 5 to 10 years, man. Reboots, but remasters. I mean, like they make so much money, man, off of these games. Like, give us a break. Like, you can't remaster, like you said, World at War. Come on, you can remaster.
And the problem is they have Modern Warfare 2 remastered. Like, they have it. They've had it done for years. I mean, that's why they released a campaign of it. Right. They released a remastered campaign, but they have the multiplayer sitting there. The only reason why they're not going to release it, they know it'll split up the player base. Like, they're not dumb. They know what people are saying about Call of Duty. Yeah, it's been selling great, but the player retention is so low. That's why, like, they have, like, seasonal levels now. So you come back and you keep playing. That's why they do, like, they drip feed content. That's why, like, all these maps that you think that you should have at launch, that's why, like, the game gets better at the end, because all the maps that they should have at launch, they drip fed throughout the whole year, so they kind of try to keep player retention. That's what really matters, keeping people on your game. And they know they're not doing that. They have all the stats. They know everything that's going on. They know how people are playing. They know what people are staying on. And if they bring out Modern Warfare 2, it's going to do what it did with Modern Warfare Remastered and Infinite Warfare. It's going to split up the player base. There was no one playing Infinite Warfare. There's all these people playing Modern Warfare Remastered. And it's just going to split up the player base, and it's definitely going to split it up if you release Modern Warfare 2, what people say is the best Call of Duty. I mean, that is hands down people's favorite Call of Duties by a good majority. You release that multiplayer, people are not getting off that. People are not getting off that. Like, and everyone's gonna. I mean, the people have already abandoned Modern Warfare 2. They're playing different stuff. I mean, Only Up is out now, and people are playing that. Like, people are just leaving that game. I mean, day by day, you release that game is going to be desolate. I mean, it's going to be done.
I can't really argue with that point, man. That's a good point. Yeah, I didn't think about it that way, but yeah, that is true. That's true.
I mean, they have Modern Warfare 3 ready as well. Like,
not to mention, I mean, how thin they already have to be pretty thin as it is, just because of all the options there is. I mean, there's Battlefield, there's so many other options on top of it.
I mean, you have BattleBit, you have people finding these different games to play because Modern Warfare 2 is so enjoyable. So. Oh my god! And Fortnite is just had this crazy resurgence because they have no build, and now they have the creative mode to where people have made their own only up in Fortnite. Now there's the only up version of Fortnite.
Oh my god!
Yeah, there's a version of it on Fortnite, dude.
I just watched this. Actually, I just watched this dude today play an only up version of Mario Kart. It was insane. It was insane.
That game is so much fun to watch. I've watched speed runs of it and everything, and it's just crazy. There's a guy who completed only up the original one in 18 minutes. I mean, he was literally sprinting the whole time, and the skips that he did were nuts, dude. I mean, some of the craziest.
That game is so hard looking. I've never actually played it, but it is so hard looking.
I played Getting Over It, and that was so rage inducing that I couldn't imagine doing only up. Getting Over It was ass. The controls were so bad, and how you had to move your mouse made no sense because you had the pickaxe and then you had to swing yourself and jump and keep jumping while you're inside this cauldron. It was so hard to do that.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. I those rage games are cool, but they are so hard. I used to play the first one I used to play was the Impossible game on the Xbox 360. It was on the arcade. It was like 99 cents. I would play that all the time. In between matches on Call of Duty when we were waiting for a team to invite us, I would just go on an Impossible game and just play that little block jumping over triangles. Just jumped over triangles, doing little like weird stuff. It was so much fun, man.
That's awesome. Yeah.
There's so many like little weird games that I found. I mean, you look hard enough, you'll find some really weird but really fun games. Steam that's where I find all my fun games. I mean, when I started streaming and because I originally started streaming in 2018 when I had my computer. I had a computer that was super stacked and I was able to stream, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to actually start streaming. Had an arm bar, camera, everything, whole 10, and I played House Flipper so much. One of the funnest funnest games on Steam, dude. Like, you just go and you have like a little project and sometimes you got to demo a wall and open up like a little island for a kitchen and everything, and it's so much fun, dude. Like changing the yard that they have, and House Flipper was best $15 I ever spent on Steam.
See, I love watching games like that. I've seen that one. There's a bunch of ones I saw, but I love games like that. I like simulator games. Yeah. I don't like playing them, though. That's the weird part about it. I don't like playing them. I don't know why. I don't know what it is.
Because you're doing chores in a game?
Probably, yeah. But I do like watching them. Like, I do like watching them being played, but I don't like playing them. But
I love the trucking simulator.
Dude, they're so cool.
Dude, people will really, get a really cool setup for it. Like, I mean, they'll get, the big steering wheel.
A two-seater truck with, 2 screens in front of him.
Yeah, that's the guy I've seen.
It's insane.
Yeah, and he has a shick stiff in there and everything, dude. Like, there's the big wheel. Yeah, dude, I watched that guy, dude. I'm like, there's no way. I was like, this is so cool.
Well, so you know about T. Martin, then. You watch T. Martin, I'm sure.
I was around. I used his website. I know the whole T. Martin scandal, the CSGO cases, him and Syndicate. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I know about T. Martin. It's so, oh man, I can't believe that you just brought that up. I was thinking about T. Martin yesterday when I was sitting on the couch. I was like, I wonder if people still watch T. Martin. I was just sitting there kind of thinking, and then I just I'm not going to waste my time to even look at it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't watch him, definitely not as much, but I do still once in a while see, I want to see what him play.
He posts though?
Huh?
T. Martin still posts?
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah.
Oh,
his channel's still huge, man. Yeah, his channel's still huge.
He was about to go to jail. He got out of that.
I remember.
Yeah, I can't believe he got out of that. And then I was gonna look up Syndicate because I remember he was a zombies Call of Duty guy, and
Yeah,
I
there's
remember
a
he
few
was part of
people I
that.
watch now. I watch Chiz. Chiz plays. He does a lot of Mario Kart and stuff. Mario Party and Mario Wii Sports. That's just fun to watch. But there's a dude that does GTA. Gray still plays.
Oh, I know him.
Dude,
Yeah.
some of the stuff he gets made for him in that game is insane. I would never be able to get through some of this, but there's no way in hell. There's no way.
Yeah, I love watching GTA RP. The role playing aspect in GTA is awesome, dude. That RP server that those people play on, it's so much fun to watch, dude.
I can't remember his name. There's a dude that goes around and just freaking kidnaps people all the time. It's all he does. He just kidnaps people and then puts them in these random places they can't get out of. And he's like, I'll be back for you. And he just leaves them in there. It's so funny.
Just going in there trolling and shit.
Yeah.
I wanted to try the 100% GTA because I wanted to do that Bigfoot Easter egg.
Oh,
it's real too. Like there's people who have really actually done it and found it. Like I've watched videos and then see that's like how it was like on the zombies thing when I saw a nuke get earthed or the Earth get nuked on YouTube. It made me actually want to go do it, and I saw that on GTA 5, and it's so hard to 100% that game. It's so hard to 100% that game that I'm not gonna do it.
There's no way you can do. Yeah, dude, that takes so much dedication and time to do
that's actually grinding, and I can't grind Grand Theft Auto like that.
No.
I enjoy it, but I played the story a few times, and I don't know. GTA 5, I know a lot of people like it. It just wasn't. It didn't hit for me. It didn't hit the same for me. Like it was cool and like. It was cool to see like Los Santos updated and everything, but I feel like that they did Los Santos so well in San Andreas that I kind of feel like that the Los Santos that we got in GTA 5 it wasn't that great. They didn't have Las Venturas. That was my favorite part of San Andreas. They had the Vegas part, the strip. You could go to the casinos, you could gamble. Like, dude, there were so many times where I would be like, I don't want to do a mission right now, and I would just go to the casinos to just gamble, man. It was so much fun. And then they didn't add that in the game. I was like, dude, that's such a letdown.
There was rumors that that GTA 5, you were supposed to be able to travel like to Liberty City,
I heard about that.
Like all the different cities that they had. You were supposed to be able to travel from each one. And then the game came out and it was like, this is all we're getting is this map. Like, what are you doing? Yeah.
And they added the country part. Like that was the one part in San Andreas where I didn't really. I mean, the country area was cool, but I didn't really like it that much. It was cool because the dude from GTA 3 was over in that area and stuff, and his girlfriend and stuff, and like that was cool and everything. But I just didn't really like the area that much. Like once I passed that area, I never went back to that area.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that was like a main area in Grand Theft Auto 5. It's half the map. I mean, Trevor is over in that area. Like
it's like half 2/3 of the map, man.
It really is a big portion of that map, and it's just I feel like the map just wasn't that great, especially because like we came from GTA 4 and they made Liberty City come alive. Liberty City, they turned it into New York, and you come to Grand Theft Auto, first Grand Theft Auto on the next gen, and you get Liberty City. It's beautiful and stuff, and I'm not saying that Los Santos wasn't beautiful. It wasn't. It's not the same, man.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. Man.
Yeah, it's a beautiful map, cool map, and like the actual the Central California part, awesome. The Bel Air part, awesome. The observatory and everything, awesome. They knocked the landmarks out of the park, and actually seeing a city that was more so alive. They had the buses and the public bus and all that stuff. They made the city alive, but it's just like.
Even the tour buses are cool, man. Because the closer up to the hills you see the red tour buses riding around. It's like that's cool. That's such a cool
as hell.
Yeah. I just feel like GTA 5 just wasn't. It's now a finished game, but I don't think it was for a very, very long time.
No, it definitely wasn't. I mean, I wouldn't say it got finished until around 2016, 2017, when there's a ton of DLC that's come out. They still are releasing new DLC for it. And supposedly we're very close to seeing GTA 6 trailer. I mean,
apparently it's like right there. Yeah.
Apparently we are like right around the corner from a GTA 6 trailer, and
yeah.
I really am excited to see it. I mean, if it's going back to Vice City, I can't wait to see what they did to it. Hopefully they made it bigger, because Vice City is a really small map. And I will say that map was
it's still my favorite GTA of all time. It really is. I love Vice City.
And I was thinking about Vice City not too long ago, because I'm thinking about the show tomorrow, and spoiler alert, Grand Theft Auto is definitely on my list.
Oh, it's on there.
Yeah, it's definitely yeah. And I was thinking about Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and I remember the commercials, and they always had. And I ran so far away. And I just remember those commercials,
so much fun, dude. It's just the aesthetic of it all, the 80s, the neon, just all of that, dude. It's so fun, man. It's so much fun.
And they had in that game, they had their own specialized band that they had make 2 songs and put it into the game. The songs were actually really fucking awesome, because I always listened to the rock radio. That was pretty much my station. Listening to Twisted Sister and all that. And dude, that game is just—it's so awesome. It's so awesome.
No, it really is.
The nightclub was favorite. Cool.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no! The nightclub's cool. The fact that the first Grand Theft Auto that you could change your outfit in, like you could go to the pizza parlor and eat the pizza. They had the ice cream cherry popper that you could go and do a little sell ice cream to everybody and stuff. Like,
yeah, man.
The katana, you cut people's heads off and stuff. I mean, it was just crazy, man. It's such a good game.
It's not the best Grand Theft Auto. I know that, but it is just my favorite to play. Like, it's just aesthetic wise, everything about that game. I can still remember the freaking codes, like the money code, the weapons codes. I still remember all that stuff, man. Like, for sure. Like, oh my god, man! And you get the Scarface house. Like,
the Scarface house at the end.
Yeah, there's just so many cool things in that game.
The chainsaw Easter egg in the hotel, in the little hotel room from Scarface. Yeah, dude.
And it's like right on the edge of, like, I don't want to say new graphics but like it was, because the older ones always had like the little hearts and everything. That was the last one that had the little hearts that were everywhere and the guns and all. Like, so it still was like kind of a mix of the old with the new a little bit. So yeah, it was just a fun game to play. And like you said, all the radio stations were amazing in that game.
Yeah, the radio stations were awesome, and the blood would get on your screen when you were using like the chainsaw and stuff. Like, when you ran people over in the motorcycle, the blood would get on your screen. Like, dude. Yeah,
and that was the first one you could buy businesses and stuff, right? Because you could buy the nightclub. You could buy the hotel.
You were able to launder money.
Yeah.
So you're able to buy businesses and stuff to launder your money and stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah, that game was. Man, I forget about that game a lot, but man, what a great Grand Theft Auto, man! Like, and I
like still the best one, but just Vice City is just so much fun.
Yeah, I think San Andreas is hands down, even to this day, the best Grand Theft Auto we've gotten. The amount that you could actually do in the game, and the fact that it came out in 2004 on the PlayStation 2. I mean,
did you go to the gym and work out? Like, that was insane at that time to have a game where you could do that. Like, just that.
You could make your character fat. If you ate too much, you would throw up. You get your swimming up and everything. Like, and it was the first Grand Theft Auto that you could swim in. Oh man,
yes.
I always remember, if I was driving, I would hate falling off a bridge and falling into the water, because I knew that's the end. Oh man, that would piss me off so bad. I'm like, how can this guy not swim? I would always be so mad about that. I'm like, how can he not swim? And I remember in Vice City, I got to the very end, and I don't know what I did, but I corrupted my save and I had to play the game all over again. I literally got to the very last mission when the black dude vents like turns on you and everything and all that, and then you have to kill him. I got to the last mission and I went to save my game, and I was done for the day. Go on the next day, try to load up my save. It says save can't be found. Start new game, and I'm like, what the hell? So I go to my memory card and I see my Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and I see like this little red circle and around it, and I'm like, no way. I click on it. It says save. It says load save file corrupted, and I was like, no fucking way, dude.
I would have literally cried. I would have literally cried.
Again. I was so pissed.
Yeah.
I was so pissed, dude. I remember freaking the hell out. And I didn't play it that day, and then I played it the next day. And I was like, you know what? Whatever. It's a fun game. I'll get through it. And then I beat it super fast.
No, you know why? You know why that's bullshit? Because of the RC helicopter mission.
No,
Mission.
That's oh wait, was there one in Vice City as well?
You had to you had to go into the building. It was like an under construction building, and you had to fly it in and up the stairs, and you had to put you got 3 of them, and you had to put ones on each different floor. But you were being shot at by the people the whole time, and I hate, and the mechanics for the helicopter at that time were just horrible, just
Dude,
horrible.
You couldn't fly back in those old games.
No.
I remember trying to fly in Grand Theft Auto 3. I couldn't even get the plane off the ground. Like, it was so impossible to fly. And same with Vice City. Yep. You can't fly in those games. They have helicopters, but you can't use those, dude.
And the game was bullshit because in that level, when you're looking at the building, you can see the different floors. But if you try to just fly to a floor, it's like, nope. It makes you go down underneath and up the stairwells. It's like, man.
I remember I tried to do that because I was like, dude, this is bullshit. I tried to go past it, and it wouldn't let me go past it, and I actually had to go up the stairs. Oh my god, I remember that mission. Those guys were wearing the hard hats and shit. Yeah, dude.
It's literally one of the hardest missions in any GTA game. Like, it really is.
And every Grand Theft Auto has that one mission that is just fucking hard as shit. There's one in Grand Theft Auto 3, and I can't remember, but you have to, like, go down to the dock area, kill these guys inside the hangar. Once you get outside the hangar, you have 5 wanted stars. And you have to lose the cops, and there's a tank at that point. And I remember that was so fucking hard, dude, because you come out of the hangar and you don't have your car yet. So then all the police are there, and you're already getting shot at, and then you have to get to your car and try to drive away. Oh man, that was the one mission in that game that was just honestly almost impossible. I beat that game once, and I have not beat Grand Theft Auto 3 again. I can confidently say I've only beat that game one time. Like, it's hard.
Here's the other thing, too, that I think really, for me, ruined GTA 5. They stopped. So, a game that has basically built a reputation of being the game you can cheat in, and it's fun to do it. Yeah. And GTA 5 all of a sudden said any cheating is illegal or is banned immediately. And it's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You literally used to give us codes where we could max out our weapons or everything. Now all of a sudden you don't like cheaters. Like, what is wrong with y'all?
Yeah,
like,
there's a cheat code to get max wanted level, to lose your entire wanted level. There was everything, dude.
You could change the weather, the time of day, the car you were in.
3 tiers of guns that you could get. You know, like just 3 different sets of weapons that you could get. And I don't get why they took it away. Especially if you're playing campaign.
Level, but just the fact that like I like the glitches and stuff online. Like they were like adamant. Every time they found one out, they'd be like, "Oh, it's gone tomorrow. It's gone."
Yeah.
Like I had, dude, this is no lie. I had like, Jesus, what was it? $6-7 billion sitting in a bank account. I woke up the next day, went to work, came home, got online to start playing. I had $50,000 in my account. That was it. They took all of my money. I was like, I'm done. I'm done.
That's literally that same thing happened to me because GTA, I remember GTA came out in September. Online came out in October. It came out a month after the game came out. I remember I played it a lot, and then there was this glitch, and it happened to some people where they would, out of nowhere, have like $6 billion in their bank account. I was one of those people where I had $6 billion in my bank account.
Oh, no, I grinded it. I grinded that.
Oh, you grinded it?
So there was this glitch where if you and a friend, you go to your friend's garage, you go inside, you get into one of their cars, and as you're coming out of the garage, the load screen, the driver, the person that owns the car would back out of the session, and when you come out of the garage, you're in the driver's seat, and then it duplicates. So you take that car, you sell it. It's now yours. And then when they load back in, their car is back in their garage. So you just keep doing it. So you just get the most expensive car, you max it out, and then you just keep doing that glitch over and over again. Dude, we had billions. We had literally billions of dollars from doing it. Yeah. And then literally they just took it all from us. Just took all of it from us.
Yeah, because of the exploit.
So
oh, yeah. Dude. I remember on This was really depressing. I remember on Modern Warfare 3, I hit 10 prestige super fast on Modern Warfare 3, like insanely fast.
Yeah.
And there was this glitch that you could do in private match where you could either make it completely grayscale or you can make it like, you know, colorful rainbows and stuff like that. So
Okay.
I did the grayscale glitch. And there's a theater mode. I didn't turn off my recording. I did the glitch in a private match. And my recording, I guess that Activision saw my recording, and my account was I was all the way back down to level 1 when I got back on. And my KD, I had 0 kills, 10,000 deaths.
Oh my god.
So I couldn't get my KD up. My accuracy, I had 50,000 bullets missed, none hit. And then wins, I had 1,000 losses, 0 wins.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Back down to level 1, no prestige. I literally did it like a little bit after I hit 10 prestige. Because I was like, oh, you know, now I can kind of mess around and just have a little bit of fun. I did that, and then bam, my account got turned to level 1 the next day. The very next day, dude. Yeah. And I was like, okay, that's bullshit. I was like, and like, the thing that really made me so upset about it, I was like, it's a private match. Like, this isn't affecting anyone. It's literally just a thing that I can see.
Yeah.
And it makes everything gray for me. Like, that's how it was. And then, bam, I got banned. Or not banned, but just completely reset, and they tanked my stats completely.
Yeah, see, that's what I don't understand. Like, if it doesn't affect anybody, then what's the big deal? Like, yeah, I don't understand that.
It was so dumb, man. I've had a 3-day ban on Call of Duty Mobile, but that's just because people, they have an anti-cheat, but they also have, if somebody reports you enough times, then you could get a temporary ban to where they don't have hard evidence that you're cheating or anything, but you've been reported enough times to where they're just going to time you out for a little bit.
Yeah.
I've had a 1-day ban and I've had a 3-day ban. I'm like, dude, that's so annoying. And some people will do it just because you're actually beating them. Like, I've had people say where, yo, I'm going to report you. Like, they're like,
dude, I got reported on Xbox because I beat a dude in Madden.
Oh, that's so
He literally reported me. He literally reported me for beating him.
That's so lame.
Like, what are you doing? Like, it's just a game of Madden, man. Like, it ain't that serious. Like,
there's some, like, little drama that I saw going on the internet, and this guy copyright strike this guy's video or his whole stream, and he makes his living off of like streaming and stuff. And he did it right before the guy got partnered with Twitch, and so the guy's still Twitch affiliate, and now he has a copyright strike on his channel, which means now he can't get partnered. And the guy said, I'm not going to lift a copyright strike. He's like, I'm doing this because it's literally because the guy was reacting to his video, like watching his YouTube video and just reacting to what he was saying and like what he was agreeing with, what he wasn't agreeing with. And the guy got his feelings hurt because the guy wasn't agreeing with his feel or with what he was saying and giving his own opinion. The guy got offended. DMCA striked his video because it was his content, but the guy, there's a whole bunch of little, like, you could actually file a lawsuit and then the guy has to like actually provide evidence that it's actually copyright striked and that he's actually like using your video to gain money and stuff like that. There's a whole bunch of stuff that he would have to prove, which he wouldn't be able to. So the guy can get the copyright strike taken off, but it's a whole bunch of loops and rings that he has to jump through, which he shouldn't have to because somebody on the internet got their feelings hurt on a video that they posted. Like, it's a video that they posted about a game. It's an Ashes of Creation game, and the game's not even out yet. Guy posted his thoughts about it, and then the guy didn't agree with what he was saying, and he wasn't even rude about it. Like, he wasn't calling the guy names or anything like that. It, just was like saying what he was thinking about it. DMCA striked his video or his stream. Sorry. So now the guy is not going to get partnered with Twitch. They see that there's no more partner for him. Yeah. And the guy even sent him a message, like there's Discord screenshots, and the guy said, I hope you have fun not getting partnered with Twitch now. He's like, they're not going to partner you because you have copyright striking. He's like, and I'm not going to take it off. He's like, there's nothing you could do. He's like, he said you could have asked me politely to use my video, but instead you just watch my video without my permission. It's so dumb, man.
That is petty, dude. That's
it's super petty. Like, that is so rude to do, especially because if someone's making their livelihood off of it, and then you go and like you fuck with their livelihood, like that's money that you're taking out of their mouth, dude. Like it's just so low, it's so scummy in my opinion. Especially because the other dude's a content creator. Like you are also a content creator. Like you should know how like obviously he knows how serious a copyright strike is. Like he knows how much it can affect your channel. And then he goes and does that to another content creator. That's like a golden rule, dude.
That's
you
like
don't
squatting, but on like through YouTube.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that's like weird, man. That's I don't like that. I don't like that. That doesn't feel right at all, man. That you shouldn't be able to do that. You should not be able to give somebody's copyright strike for that.
Yeah, I agree. And what sucks is like,
and he can't take that. See, that's the other part of it. YouTube doesn't give a shit. Say it, but they don't care because they're never going to actually look at what happened and see. Like, if he could at least send in like the messages between the guy, he can be like, "Look, the dude's like flat out saying it. Like he's doing it just to be a dick."
Well, what sucks is that this happened on Twitch, and now Twitch is huge. And now Twitch,
Twitch is definitely huge.
And Twitch doesn't give a shit. And people are leaving Twitch left and right. They're losing streamers so fast. That's going to be the death of Twitch is like right around the corner. Like it is literally right around the corner. But the whole new rules that they came out with and everything, there's no one that's going to want to stream on Twitch anymore. I mean, that's why they have Kick coming out. Kick is getting so popular that on Trovo, if someone pastes a link, it automatically blocks out any Kick links because it knows it's an up-and-coming streaming platform, and they don't want to add free promotion to Kick. So it's a link that automatically just gets blocked by Twitch or by Trovo. So I had one dude on my stream, his name's Nezuko, and I was like, "Hey man, post your link in the chat, and I'll watch your stream and everything." He posted his link. Instantly blocked. It said this link cannot be posted.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Because Trovo is obviously another up and coming streaming platform, and they don't want to have another platform that's competing with them get above them. Which I mean, it makes sense, but still, I mean, come on, dude. Who cares? People are gonna find out about it regardless. You blocking a link's not really gonna affect it at all.
No.
It's just more of a bad look on you, actually.
If anything, it helps it in the long run because if people see that you're doing it and they can prove that you're doing it, then people are going to be like, well, why would I go? I'm going to go there.
Yeah, exactly.
So, that's kind of dumb business. But hey, man, I mean, that's I just don't, because it just seems like in the gaming world, like in things like that, like it would be so much easier if, and I know they can't literally work together, but if they work together more to like sort of, you know what I mean? Like,
I agree.
Like instead of fighting with each other, like just let people have fun on whatever they want to do.
Well, that's how it kind of used to be, but gaming has been seen as like you can make money on it. Like gaming is huge and everything. And when it wasn't huge, that's when all these great games came out. That's like the games that people talk about. Like it's when gaming was still like you kind of looked at weird for gaming. It was still like really kind of nerdy and stuff like that.
Right.
And now gaming's so big and like they see dollar signs on it that the games aren't like authentic anymore. Like they don't have that same authenticity. It's about making money. And that's another thing. Like Call of Duty, it's about making money, dude. It's not about making a good game. People know that they know people are going to buy it based on the name. Based on the Call of Duty name, they know that they're going to sell copies. That's why they do yearly releases. They're just trying to make money. And now it's just looked at as a cash grab. And I really hope that Microsoft will kind of turn it around and like see where the game's going wrong and try to turn it around. But I mean, we see what happened to Halo.
You really think
we see what happened to Halo, and Halo, it's so done.
Dude, which Madden was it where they still had the skins from the previous year?
Oh,
like in the stands, you could still see like Madden 19, and it was like Madden 20 or whatever.
No, I think it was like Madden 18 or Madden 19.
Something like that. It was one of them. Yeah.
Because then people were like, it's just a copy pasta. Every game is just a copy pasta. It's just a new roster, same game, which is very true. I mean, all the sports games are like that. I mean, dude, PGA tours are like that. It's just new rosters. All the MLB games are literally exactly the same. I mean, now they have like MLB The Stage and stuff like that, but it's the same type of thing. The NBA games are the same. I don't know why people get so hyped on NBA 2K games. They're so similar, dude. I don't like sports games. I used to like sports games, but I just can't anymore. Like, I just play sports games on like the PlayStation 2 and stuff.
Well, because there was actually competition back then. I mean,
it was fun.
You had NFL, you had 2K, you had Madden, you had like, all the weird ones too, like the off-brand ones. So like,
backyard baseball.
Yeah, now it's like you only have Madden and that's it. And like MLB, you have a couple, but whatever. NBA Live was gone for a while, so 2K took over NBA. So it's just like,
I remember those. God, what were those NBA games that came out on the PlayStation 2 when they were like, you played on like basketball courts in a park and everything? They had like
NBA Street.
Yeah, NBA Street.
Oh, NBA
Street 1 and 2. Yeah, NFL Street was the shit. Oh my god.
They had the soccer one. They had the soccer one.
Yeah, those were fucking awesome. I love those games. I haven't thought about NBA Street in years, but dude, that was a fucking shit.
They tried to do that with the yard. That's what they tried to make the yards kind of like, and it just did not work at all. It did not work for me at all, man.
I heard about the yard coming out, but after I heard about it, I never saw it. I never saw anything about it.
It's so bad. It's like flag football. Like, it's just flag football in Madden. It's like, but why?
Oh, yeah, nah. Did I lose you? Oh, no.
Yeah, so it was very bad. It was very, very bad mode, in my opinion. But I don't even play Madden. I used to love not franchise mode, but like when you build your character and stuff. And they had the story modes and stuff. Like, they were fun for a while, and then it's just like, when you watch somebody like 2K, what they do with like their open world and stuff, it's like, why are these games still just the same game we've gotten since 95, 96, 97? And I mean, literally, they're not. But you know what I mean? Like,
no, they pretty much are, though. Upgraded graphics, new roster, same game. They've added new mechanics, but they're at a point to where there's really no new mechanics to be added. And
hit stick 2.0. Get out of here. Get out of here with that crap.
And now they have the fucking cards that you can buy, so there's just microtransactions inside of it. Buy this pack.
Yeah.
And then they put the best characters behind those packs. It's so dumb, man.
Everything is paywall now, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Everything. I mean, and like, I don't understand why more games just don't go free to play. Like, a Call of Duty, if their multiplayer went free to play, like, that's what they should do. Put the multiplayer free to play. If you want to play the campaign, buy the game. Like, if you want the other sections of the game, buy the game. But I feel like that multiplayer is not even a $70 experience anymore. It literally is a free to play experience. You have a battle pass. You have all these microtransactions. The only thing Call of Duty tweets about are the new bundles coming out. That's literally it. On their roadmap, when you see like the new seasons, you see 10 plus bundles on the roadmap. There's literally nothing new that's really on the roadmap. The maps that they come out with are just cut out sections of maps that we already have. We have Vondel. Now they have Vondel's Waterfront coming to multiplayer, and it's just a cut out section of Vondel that we've already been playing on. It's just, man, I can't. It's just.
How can you not be happy with what they give you, man? How can you not just be happy with it?
Man, it's cool to do the cutout maps, but just do it at the beginning of the game. Like, when Vondel's still new, like, then we'd be like, okay, well, we haven't really played this map that much because it's still new. Not like 6-8 months after the game's already out. Now you're releasing it. Dude, it's just... And that's like the only new multiplayer map being added in the new season. It's like, dude.
Oh, they're literally only doing one map for this season?
Yeah, they're doing one map.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, they're doing one map.
We used to get like 2 or 3 at least for.
Dude, we used to. I would rather go back to the paid DLC because we were guaranteed 4 maps. We were guaranteed, at least 3 multiplayer maps, 1 zombie map. And if there wasn't a zombie map, then we would get, at Modern Warfare 3, you'd get new Spec Op missions and stuff like that. Like, there was constantly, you were getting stuff. Like, and it was $15, but you felt like that your $15 was well spent. Now there's no paid DLC, but I feel like that there's also no content. And the content that does come out, it's just recycled. It's just a map that we already have cut down for 6v6. That's it. Yeah. And multiplayer, what actually made Call of Duty, they just kind of thrown to the wayside. It's all Warzone now. Everything, they're so Warzone driven that it is sickening.
Everything is focused on that.
It is sickening. I don't even like battle royales like that anymore. I played battle royales like when they were first like on and popping, and like when H1Z1 was like, that was the shit. You know, H1Z1 was like, you know, first real battle royale experience, and like I played that when it was in its prime, and like I just kind of got bored of battle royales. I played PUBG the day it dropped on Steam. I bought PUBG, played it. It played like shit, but I really enjoyed it. Like I really enjoyed it. I played Fortnite, you know, when that came out, and you know, I got bored out of it pretty fast. But still, you know, like I battle royales are just so boring to me. I don't understand how people are still having fun with it.
No,
like, I play a match or two.
I'm not a big one. Yeah, I like more open world, not open world, but like you were talking about earlier with the 127 on. Like that would be awesome. Like that's.
Yeah,
I love Ground War. Like, Ground War is my.
Yeah, I loved Ground. Yeah, Ground War is fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah,
I love
if they did hardcore Ground War. That's all I would play.
Oh
that's all I would play. Yeah,
hardcore Ground War mosh pit. Oh yeah, and yeah, that's the thing. Like, I love giant maps, and like when I play Battle Royale, if I play it, I like playing it with the squad and just with some friends and just kind of having a chill time, not really taking it seriously. I don't care if we get a win, like just having laughs and stuff like that. That's when I enjoy Battle Royale. But like, I can't go on every day and just play that and rinse and repeat or loot for 10 minutes just to get into your first gunfight and then die. And it's like, man, that's 10 minutes wasted. I just looted for somebody else,
Or go into the first building and try to get your first gun and just somebody sneaks up on you. You're just like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Like, really? Like, come on, man. Like, I'm just trying to get a gun.
Yeah, dude.
Just trying to get a gun right
and
now.
Like with the random weird spawns, somebody finds a shotgun, you find a pistol. GG's, man. GG's.
Nothing you can do. Yeah,
literally nothing you can do. Yeah, so I mean, I understand, people love battle royales. Obviously, they're huge and everything, but they're just not for me. Yeah. I'm done.
See, I like playing Plunder better. Plunder for me is so much more fun, dude.
Yeah, Plunder's cool because you could chill and relax. Like, you don't have to take it super seriously. You don't have to sweat or anything. Yeah, I like Plunder.
I have won so many matches, and I've never, I never run into one person, never kill one person, nothing. Just run around the map, grabbing stuff, and like never even see another person.
I like stuff like that. Like, that's fun. Like, Plunder's fun. Like, little game modes like that, but like the actual battle royale experience, try to survive to number one. Ugh.
Yeah.
It's done, man. It's been since 2016 that we've been seeing it.
And it's just been done so much now, too. I think that's the problem. Like, you have Apex, you have, Fortnite, you have PUBG, you have all these games now that are doing it. And every shooter's now doing it because Call of Duty's doing it now. Yeah. Everybody's doing it now. So it's just like, I can play one for free. Like, give me a game. Like, you're Call of Duty. You're not supposed to just give me what everybody else is giving me and say, oh, here's the new game coming out. Or here's
And I don't understand what happened to Battlefield. Battlefield had a really cool battle royale, their Ring of Fire. And then just bam, done. I was like, okay, well, that was cool. And it was a really cool concept. I like the map.
What do you think about Division? Or, well, Division 2, I should say. Like the dark, what is it called? Is it the dark area or the something area?
I think it's dark area. It's something like that. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The PvP area.
Maybe if they had something more like that, I don't know, maybe, but.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess it's a little different with Division since it's a looter shooter, but I like those dark areas. I love PvP, man, and I love Division 2. I loved it. The first Division was super fun. I loved it, and it was my first I played Destiny, but this is on a different level than Destiny. I don't like Destiny, and this is Tom Clancy's. Division is like a looter shooter done right. It's a nice, huge map, tons of stuff to do. I mean, you could get lost in stuff to do, and I think the Division 2 is just even better than the first one. It does what the first one does, but even better. More stuff,
and it adds
weapons.
more stuff to it.
There's so much more to the game, and that was already massive. Like, I love Division 2, man. Like, I
love the way it's set up too, where the different parts of the map are different levels, and you might have to walk through a high level while you're a low level to get to a mission, and you might get screwed. So you really have to plan like how you're going to maneuver.
Dude, that would happen to me on Division 1 all the time. There was one area in like this New York area, and like everybody in that area was like at least 10, 20 levels higher than me. And I remember there were sometimes we get into gunfights and we would just be trapped. We'd be trying to fight, and I mean, we're just not doing the damage that we can. And I mean, we would kind of clear out an area, but I mean, we would still get just destroyed even at the end, man. And it's hard. It's really hard, but I love those different areas that have like, higher level enemies and stuff like that.
Because every time I would go to or I would get stuck in one, I'm like, oh, I'm coming back for you. You like I'm coming back for you. Like I'm gonna come back for you. Don't you worry about that. I remember where you're at.
And it's one of those games where like it kind of feels satisfying when you go back to those areas and actually clear it because you actually found the gear to use and stuff like that. And I remember and I remember I figured out on Elder Scrolls that you could actually change the difficulty, and like you could change it to easy, medium, hard, or you could do gradual increase, which is how I've always played the game. Gradual increase. I love games that as you level up, it gradually gets harder with you and stuff. So you're not just clearing easy caves and stuff. Yeah, and
definitely.
I'll definitely be talking about Elder Scrolls tomorrow. I got a lot to say about that game.
Okay.
I definitely got. I've picked out certain games like from each series, but Elder Scrolls I've played so much. It sucks because I don't enjoy single player games as much as I used to. I definitely don't enjoy single player games as much as I used to. I mean, I play online constantly, and I think that's one thing. Once Xbox 360 came around, I really started playing online and shit. And like when I got grounded for that entire summer, it kind of really changed my whole perspective. And I pretty much just stopped playing single player games. I'd play it when God of War would come out and stuff like that. Like I'd play like those games. Like I love playing like, certain single player games, but in general, I don't really play single player games anymore.
That's fair. Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, Assassin's Creed I still play, obviously. I have to play that. The Jedi game, the Survivor, and I like those games. But yeah, there's not many. Well, Hogwarts. Definitely had to play Hogwarts. But
I wanted to play Hogwarts.
That's a game I'm actually disappointed there's not a multiplayer mode in that, because you could do Quidditch, you could do like spell battle, wand battles, like you could do some cool online stuff in that game, man. But they just didn't do it, man. You could do broom races. Broom races would be a fun.
Oh, that'd be so cool to do.
That's what I'm saying. Like they could actually do some online stuff with that game, but yeah, it's hard. Like once I beat I was so into that game, like I literally sat and played for like 4 days straight and beat the entire game. And then as soon as I was done beating the actual story, I was like, yeah, but I have over 100 side missions to do, but I don't really care now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I would rather have a group of people I could walk around with and I don't know, be a bad guy for a while, like just terrorize a town or something. Like
it'd be cool if like they would turn like Hogwarts into like how World War II on Call of Duty did with like a headquarters thing. If they did a multiplayer, like have Hogwarts be the headquarters and then go different parts of Hogwarts to go to like different games, like do Quidditch battles and stuff like that. Like that'd be so cool if they actually did that.
Just straight up give me RDR2
to the game. Yeah,
give me RDR2 Hogwarts though. Just give me that game. Where you just have thousands of people online just playing against each other. Everybody's got magic. Everybody's got let's go. Yeah. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun with magic.
Yeah. RDR2, man. Wow.
Yes.
I mean,
can you imagine the role playing you could do with Hogwarts, like the
oh my gosh, seriously, dude. They have role playing servers on RDR2, dude. Like
that's what I'm saying.
Hogwarts, yeah, dude.
Oh,
I feel like they missed a huge opportunity.
Huge, yeah.
I mean, it had replay value to the game. You'd even have people who would actually be like, I actually really want to buy that game. just because of the multiplayer aspect. Like, that'd be so awesome, dude.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. No, again, it's a great game. Don't get me. I mean, it's beautiful. The story is amazing. It's really a great game. It really is worth playing. But I just feel like now it's not. I have nothing to do now. Like, I have nothing to do now other than side missions that really don't matter anymore because I know what the ending to the story is. So it's like,
see, and I would definitely play those certain games, but I have the Xbox One that came out the week it came out. Like, I have the old base Xbox One, the one that the disc reader was faulty when they sent it out.
Yeah,
like,
I remember.
Like, I have it's so bad. Like, I can't play it. Like, if I wanted to play Overwatch 2, there's no way I could. I wouldn't want to, but there's no way I could.
I gotcha.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey, it would look really bad. It wouldn't even run that well on my device. Like, if I want to play, I need an Xbox Series X or like an Xbox One S. Like, I need something that's a little bit newer. And for me, that money that I would put into a console, I'd rather just go and, get parts for my computer and just, build my computer again.
No, I mean,
that's where I see myself going.
Yeah, and that definitely makes sense.
And then I could just buy Xbox Game Pass and I can get Assassin's Creed Odyssey on my computer and I can play it on my computer.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. I just feel like that's one thing that games now, I don't know if they really think about what they can really do now. Because some games where I'm just like, this is the whole game. Like, you could do so much with this game. Like,
yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe they just didn't see the online aspect and all that. But I feel like some people who make games aren't actually gamers. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like some people who are making games aren't actually gamers. Like, you go to Full Sail University, get your game design degree, go into a company and stuff like that. And I feel like that some of the people who play games, like, they might be casual players, but I'm talking about, like, gamers, like gamers, and I don't feel like that lots of these game developers now are gamers. I feel like that they're casuals, like, maybe game like 4 hours a week type of thing, have a beer with your friends online, play for like an hour or so, call it good, and that's it. But I don't feel like that we have like hardcore gamers making games anymore.
Yeah, the 10-12 hour grinders, man. We don't have those anymore, man. Yeah.
The sweaty, the sweaty shirt with the chip stains on it and stuff, and wear sweatpants almost every day of the week, like that guy. We don't have those guys.
That's funny. That's it. that might be it, man. Because it's. I mean, you figure not everybody that has a graphic design or whatever degree is going to be like a super gamer.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I remember before, like when Treyarch was hiring and stuff, like one of their requirements was you have to at least be max prestige in one Call of Duty. That was their requirement to join the team. You had to be max prestige in one Call of Duty, and that was in the golden era when they were doing those applications. And those games came out phenomenal, developed in less than a year, and came out fully complete, awesome games. And now, I mean, they're looking for like Army sound design engineers and stuff like that, like really weird stuff, like super high tech stuff that definitely, if someone has that position, they're not gaming like that. And Modern Warfare 2, sorry to always keep going back to Call of Duty, but
no, it's fine.
Modern Warfare 2, they have over 3,500 developers, over 3,500 developers developed this game. And this is what we get. This is like what we get, which, I mean, there's some aspects of the game that I think are really good. Right. But I mean, majority of the aspects are just, it's so sad. It's just such a fall from grace. I feel like that they've lost so many players and they're going to have another bad year this year. And it's just going to be more people who are just like, people have left and just don't give a fuck anymore. Like they know what's going on.
They're not buying Madden this year, man, because I'm so done with it, dude. Like I'm so done with it at this point.
And that's how I feel. Like I don't feel like I've said before, Call of Duty Mobile, I feel like it's gonna be my last Call of Duty. Like I don't feel like I'm gonna go back and go to a main title Call of Duty. Like I played Black Ops 4, and I played Cold War, and I think Cold War is probably the best Call of Duty that we've had since Black Ops 4, but it's still Cold War. It's not great, and I just feel like that there's not going to be a great Call of Duty again. Like, we're past the golden era. We're 10 years past it at this point. Like, we're in the new era, the COD 2.0 era. It's completely different, and I mean, there's people who are playing these games now where like their first Call of Duty was like Black Ops 3 or World War II, or man, my friend Daniel, he's played the other Call of Duties, but like COD Mobile is like the first COD that he's really been able to grind. Like, the first Call of Duty that he bought was Cold War a year after it came out, so Vanguard was out at this point.
Right.
Like, these are the kind of people who are playing Call of Duty now, and they love this new era. Like, this new era is their golden era for them.
Oh, sure.
But it's just the people who've been playing Call of Duty for a long time, they're done. They're forgotten about.
Yeah.
It's pretty much either time to move on or, get with the new times. Which for me, it's just it's mainly just I'm done in the sunset. Like I said, Call of Duty Mobile, I'm gonna leave off on a good note. Once the game actually starts to get phased out and starts to die, then that's when I'll peace out on it, and then I'll go back to PC. I'm just gonna go back to PC.
Yeah, I think everything's going to PC though, man. Like, I think eventually that's where everything's just going to be in anyway, right? I mean,
it's so much better.
Like, console is sustainable because, I mean, you can basically do everything you can do on a console now on your computer. I mean, you can game with Steam, and there's a lot of them out there now that you can pretty much get any type of game you want. So even if you can't get, whatever game you're looking for, you can get something like it at least.
Well, and even if like you're a controller player, you can hook up your controller to your computer, and then you can use your controller on your computer.
Yep.
I mean, you need to use your mouse to like navigate like on websites and stuff like that. But I mean, gaming and stuff, you could just use your controller, and you're perfectly fine.
Yeah,
like every game has controller features. They all have controller input. Like, I mean, there's just PC is it's miles better. And plus, when your hardware gets outdated, which takes a really long time, you could just take out the piece of hardware that you need to switch out and put the new one in. It's really easy. Graphics card, it's literally take it out, put it in, make sure you have enough RAM to support the graphics card that you have. Yeah. Damn, you're good. It's easy, man.
That's what I mean. I think that might be the way where they would want to go with that, where like you could like an updatable console, almost like a PC. You know what I mean? Like I think that might be the way to go, because I can't imagine console in like 20 years, like even 15 years. I don't think I can't imagine.
Because we keep having new console generations, and then every console that comes out newer, it's just more and more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just way more expensive, and it's getting to those points where it's like, for that money, you can go buy a pretty decent, not great, but you can go buy a pretty decent computer build. I mean, if you're spending...
Microsoft already makes computers, so it's not like it would be hard for them to just transfer Xbox hardware into computers. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they could easily integrate.
Back in the day on Call of Duty, people used to keyboard on Call of Duty on Xbox, because if you bought a Microsoft keyboard and a Microsoft mouse, you could hook it up to your Xbox, and then you could just sit there and keyboard and mouse on Call of Duty. People used to do that all the time back then, dude. Like, it's just, I don't know. For me, like, if you're going to spend $800 on a PlayStation, like, let's say PlayStation 6 comes out and it's like $850, you could take that $850 and you could take $600 of it, go get a kind of low build computer, and still have $200 left to go spend.
Yeah.
I mean, you could go buy yourself like a new mouse and stuff like that. And I mean, I just think that PC gaming is literally the way to go.
Well, I watched the evolution of Xbox at one point, and they were talking about the Xbox One, so the last generation.
Yeah.
And they were taking a loss on every single console.
Really?
Yeah, at one point. Like, they were taking, like, it was like whatever, $800 to make it. They were selling them for $500. They were taking a $300 loss on every single console when they first came out, dude. Like, every single one.
Well,
how do you do that?
Those original Xboxes were indestructible. I mean, those original Xboxes, they were fucking hefty, man.
No. I mean the Xbox One, like the last
2015.
generation.
The 2013 release.
Because
Xbox One.
because the 360 was so good. Actually, no. You know what it was? It wasn't the first gen. It was the second. It was when they redid them. That's what it was.
Oh, the Xbox One S.
Yes, when that one came out, they were taking a loss on every single console at that point because they put so much into like making it better because people were so mad about the first gen that they were literally taking losses on every single one.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. How do you do that?
Oh, that's such an L. That's such an L. I mean, I don't even know.
They're lucky 360 sold the way it did because they had tons of money still sitting around from that. But yeah,
dude, 360 did amazing. 360 did amazing. I got the touchscreen 360 when that came out. Like 360 did amazing. That's what I was so.
Oh, dude, I had everything. I had the what was it called? The VR or not the VR, but you know what I mean? The
Kinect.
The Kinect. I had all that.
I had
all that.
I had the Kinect. I had the little keyboard that you could hook up to your controller. I had that. I had the Xbox Vision Cam, so I could use my live cam. Dude, I had every Xbox accessory that you could think of. I had it. I was Xbox kid all the way, man.
And I had about 40 of those little gray and white headsets.
Mics, dude, those things were so dog.
Oh my god, yeah. I would literally just break one and throw it and just grab a new one. I just had them because I knew I was going to do it.
That's how I do it, dude. I had so many of those stockpiled, and then I finally got Turtle Beach X12s, and I was like, oh, my life has changed. My life has changed. I loved having a gaming headset, man. It was just, it changed my whole, it was so immersive. Every game I played, I was like, dude, this is awesome. Like,
dude, I remember playing Call of Duty the first time and being able to hear footsteps and stuff, and I was like,
I
was like looking around, like, what the hell is going on right now? I was like, what is happening?
Man, I remember back in COD 4, they had the eavesdrop perk where you could hear enemy chatter. I remember people would troll with that so hard, dude. People would troll so hard with that, and I used it because I was like, "Oh, dude, this would actually be really cool. Like, I'll be able to hear like people's strategies and stuff." I didn't hear one single strategy. I just heard people trolling on the mic and everything, and it was the funniest thing ever, dude. There's still sometimes I'll go watch montages of it on YouTube, and people having montages of the eavesdrop perk, and dude, people would troll with that shit so hard, and I loved it. It was hilarious.
Definitely. I remember when you could do the first. Oh my god, I don't remember which one it was now, but the first time you could use Cold-Blooded and Ghost together, because if there was a point where you couldn't use both of them together, and then you could, and I was like, wait a minute, so I can just be invisible? Okay, that's cool. Like, that's freaking awesome. Like, I'll just be invisible. And then Dead Silent too, you could use too. I think.
Dude, completely stealth, dude.
It's like, that's unfair as hell, but all right. I'll be a sniper that can't be seen or heard. Yeah, absolutely.
Back when Dead Silence used to be a perk and it actually worked 100% silent.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you put a silencer on a sniper rifle, you were basically invisible. You could destroy people.
They have Dead Silence on COD Mobile, but it's just it only works if you are walking or crouching. It doesn't work. It doesn't work if you're sprinting. The only thing it does is if you're sprinting, it reduces like the range that you can hear your footsteps from. But footsteps are so loud in that game. I mean, they just really cranked it up. And what's really funny about that game, like when it released in 2019, they had it set up like old school Call of Duty. Like it was the old school class where you get, a few attachments on your gun. You get, one lethal, one tactical. Like it was just set up super old school Call of Duty. The perks were really good. Lightweight was great. Like it was set up great. And it's weird because like as times kind of evolved and like once Modern Warfare 2019 went through its cycle and Black Ops Cold War and Vanguard, they've made it more so new Call of Duty. It's very new Call of Duty now. The time to kill back then used to be slower, just like an old Call of Duties, and now it's fast, dude. I mean, there's the gun I use, the LK. You hit 43 to the head, like anywhere, 43 to the head, 3 shots to the head, they're dead. It's super fast, time to kill. Everything's fast now, and the game's still good, but there's so many people who have left the game just because it's not like how it used to be.
Right.
It's not as fun as it used to be, which is really kind of sad because the game, like once you hit like 11 o'clock at night, you're sitting in queue times for a while.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You're sitting in queue for a while, especially because like when you get higher up in legendary rank, it's going to put you against like people who are also in higher skill level rank or in legendary rank. So it just takes a long time to find matches, and usually you're just going against the same people. Like there's so many people when I hop on, I know pretty much everyone in the lobby. I'm like, oh, I know who that person is, I know who this person is. It's just you see the same people all the time now, which is. I mean, that's fine, but at the same time, it's like, damn, this kind of sucks because, like, I know what that means about the player count. Like, I know if I'm going up against the same people, I know the player count is probably dwindling out. You got to play at like noon, early afternoon, so you go against like the fun lobbies, like the people who aren't sweating super hard, the people with like sometimes you go look at a person's gamer tag and be like, okay, well, this is probably going to be an easier game. Like if someone's named Top Dog with 2 G's and then like they have like a few numbers thrown in there, it's probably going to be a little bit easier of a game for you, you know.
Fair enough.
This is how I've always looked at it, and sadly now with skill-based matchmaking being a thing in so many games, there's no such thing as Christmas noobs. That used to be the best part of Call of Duty Online. Once like the game came out in November, people who didn't get it in November would get it as a Christmas gift. They'd be brand new to the game. You already had a month on the game. Christmas noob lobbies. Those are not a thing anymore.
Yep, I remember that. I definitely remember that.
Those were so much fun, man. I loved Christmas just because of that.
Oh, dude, my wife makes fun of me all the time because I have to get the deluxe edition of every game to get the 3-day or early access. She's like, it's just 3 days. It doesn't matter. I'm like, it matters. I'm like, you have no idea how much that 3 days matters.
Yeah, it matters, especially now, man. Like people who are gaming now, dude. I mean, there's like 15-year-olds who are just moving, dude. I'm like, how, man? Like at 15, like I was good, but I wasn't like that, dude.
Dude, I'm pretty decent, but I've never taken it that seriously. Like I just play for fun. So
I feel that.
Like there's times where I'll go, 15 and 22, but there's times where I'll go 34 and 18. So I mean, I'm pretty in the middle average player, I would say overall.
I went 5 and 25 on Raid Hardpoint the other day.
Oh yeah, I have those matches too for sure.
I was getting everything I was doing was wrong. I was like, there's nothing I could do that was right. I'd get in a gunfight, get a guy one shot, but I'd lose the gunfight, and I had like 6 assists. I went 5 and 25, and I was like, man.
Yep. Oh, I definitely
it was rough.
Yeah. Oh,
I have a few 0-kill search and destroy games, just 007, and just man, I remember on Modern Warfare 2 when someone hit me with the first 0-2 joke. He was like, do you know a guy named Owen? And I was like, Owen what? He was like, 0-2. Oh. And I was like, dude. It was on Search and Destroy, forced team chat, dude. And I was just like, damn, he really got. I had no comeback. I was like 14 and I was just stun locked. I was like, oh, you got me.
Yeah, dude, because you're trying to play a game and you just got somebody talking shit in your ear. You're just like, no, dude, I'm trying to play here. Like, leave me alone. Leave me the hell alone.
Oh, dude, that happens on COD Mobile. It's so toxic, dude. It is so toxic on that game. I mean, if you're doing bad, man, you're gonna hear about it. Like, if I choke around on Search and Destroy, I'll just kind of look down and not look at my phone because I don't want to see what the chat's gonna say. Like, it's like that, dude. Like, if I fumble really bad, I just know. What the hell was that? Oh, you're dog water. Oh, you look at you, bot. Oh, straight AI. Just all this stuff. And it's just like, man.
Yep. Oh,
it's like the players are killing the game. Like, dude, they're just so toxic. Like, you'll get in some lobbies where people are, like, really cool and not toxic and, like, hey, nice shot and stuff like that. And, like, actually, like, be like, hey, that was, good shit, man. But then you have these other games where they're just like, if you like, they have like this random chat feature where like has like pre-made messages like well done, impressive and stuff. And if you lose around a search and destroy, you're the last one alive. All you hear, well done, impressive, well done. Your clothes look sharp. It's just like, dude.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's like And like, if you're the top kill, like people still do it. It's like, dude, there's no way I'm having this guy, dude. Like, there's no way I'm getting well done after choking a round where I was left 1v4. Like, come on, guys. Like, there's no way you're well doneing me right now. Like, it's just so irritating, man. It's like I'm only
you're just downed, and there's 4 people standing over you, and they're just like, you suck. Like, what am I supposed to do?
It's like on only up when you drop all the way down to the beginning of the map, and it starts playing that music again. It just starts playing that little melody of music. It's just like, it just tilts you so much.
Oh man, yeah. Yeah, that I don't miss about that part of it, man. Like I don't like I if I play online, I won't put my headset on now. Just because I just was, because I was so bad too. Like I would literally talk shit to a 5-year-old. Like, I didn't care. Like if you're talking shit to me, I'm talking shit right back to you. I didn't give a shit. And I would say, like, I would try to find, like, not, I wouldn't go too far, but I would definitely try to say some stuff that it would like definitely be like,
there's some times where I would unravel on people. I would just fucking go in, dude. Like I used to be really toxic. I feel like as I've gotten older though, I've kind of gotten more of that dad bod vibe where I congratulate someone if they hit a really nice shot, and then if I do that and I say it in a game, my team's like, stop sucking his dick, you know, stop. Why are you deriding? It's like, dude, I'm not. It's like this guy hits a nice shot. I can't even be mad about it. Like I'm gonna give him props on it. You know what I mean? Like, but back then, dude, I would shit talk anyone, dude.
Oh, anyone, yeah.
I was an online gangster, dude. Like I would just be like, I'd just be ready to start some shit online.
Yep.
Like that's just how I was.
That was the whole point. Like, it was just to make them not as bad as possible, so they would play bad as hell. And then it would always backfire. And then by the end of it, if you missed a shot, you would be so mad. So then you would start playing bad. And then it was like, then they start talking shit to you. And then you get even madder. And it's like, fuck you.
Dude, that's happened to me. That's actually one reason why I stopped talking shit on COD Mobile. Because we would be up 4-0, 1 round left to win and search and destroy. Start talking shit. They'd come back. You know, they'd win 1 round. Be like, we have a round to throw. It's whatever. They win 2, they win 3. Now it's sudden it's 4-4, and then it's down, and you guys are 1v3 last round, and then you guys lose, and all that shit talking, and just to get come back on. That's why I stopped. I was like, I'm not gonna say anything anymore, unless there's someone like actually like, you know, going in and stuff. All right, I'm gonna say something, but other than that, I'll keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, man. Like even like I play Madden online, and I won't talk to people even though it's just one person I have to deal with. I don't want to deal with it because it's like, oh man, I'm beating you 14-0. You suck. It's like, dude, I'm not Andy Reid. Like I'm just some dude playing Madden. Like
Can I play the game?
Yeah, like you're not beating you know, freaking what the hell,
Tony Romo
or something right now. Like, I'm no like football genius. I'm just playing Madden, dude. Like, get over yourself. Like they take it so seriously. It's like, come on.
They got the ego the size of Texas, the size of Texas, and dude, they just that's one thing I just don't really like about gaming. It's just how much more toxic it's gotten. It's always been toxic, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's at a whole new level now, which I mean, maybe I've just gotten a little softer or something, but it's just
no.
It's just, it takes away the fun of it, dude. It's like sometimes I don't want to sweat. Sometimes I'm gonna choke shit, and I don't want to have to like be like, oh great, now I have to hear this. You know, now I have to hear this just because I made one mistake.
Yeah, you couldn't have a bad match in Call of Duty back in the day. Like, and then
no, dude,
you would get roasted. Like literally, everybody on your team, the other team would just pile onto you. Like, you went freaking 5-13. What were you doing? Like,
and the lobbies didn't split up after a game, so you could stay in the same lobby, and those dudes are gonna, you're gonna have a 5-13 game again.
Yes,
let's see what you do. Let's see what you do.
Oh my,
God,
man, like, I'm telling you, dude, I would have full out battles with people, man. Like just straight up
here
battles, dude.
Yeah, one of my friends now, Joey, who I met in Modern Warfare 2, we met on Wasteland talking shit to each other. And then me and him were always going off. We were playing Mercenary Team Deathmatch. Me and him were always on top. And we were like, you want to party up, dude? Partied up.
Yep.
Been playing ever since then.
Yeah, because look, talking shit is part of gaming. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it.
Oh yeah, no.
But there's so many people that just don't know how to take it like as a joke or be fun about it. They really are just being assholes, or just they can't take a joke. Like they can give it out, but they can't take it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh, you're a bitch, you suck. Yeah, well, fuck your mother. And you're just like, how dare you? I'm gonna report you. Like, dude, are you serious? You're gonna report me over that dumb stuff?
And like on Call of Duty, like people will be like, "Oh, hard scoper." I'm like, dude, I'm using a sniper. What can you expect? I'm not gonna quick scope you. I am using a sniper, dude. Like I'm already at a disadvantage because you're using an automatic gun. If I miss one shot, that increases my time to kill. You can miss as many shots as you want. You have a fast firing weapon. I'm gonna hard scope you. Sorry that you went to a bad angle. You know,
dude, people give me crap all the time because I don't like bolt action. I don't like bolt action sniper rifles. I like semi-auto because I can at least get another round down, before they shoot me, hopefully. So yeah, I hate bolt actions, dude, because you're just dead. If you miss your shot, you're dead. There's nothing you can do. It's horrible.
And the Call of Duty Mobile, they have the Dragunov in there, but unlike any other Call of Duty, the Dragunov is amazing in this game. It is like the top sniper in this game. The SVD is what they call it. And I mean, people, if you use it, dude, people will get so pissed. One shot to the head, and especially if like you put like a 3x scope on it or something. Oh man, people get so mad. I love using it. I know if I use it, I'm like, man, I'm gonna probably ruin somebody's night, but I don't care, man. It's so good, dude. I'll just camp in like the weirdest spots and just bam, dude, one tap to the head, bam, one tap to the head. And the SKS is the same way. That gun is insanely strong, and I love it. It's awesome. a little bit harder to use, so people don't get as mad about it, but people get pissed about it.
Definitely. Man, well, look, this has been awesome, dude. Seriously, really, this has been awesome talking to you, man. I can seriously talk to you about video games forever, dude. Like
I get to. I mean, I love 2 hours and 15 minutes already.
I know. I was looking at it, like, holy crap, it's been that long. I just looked. I was like, oh my god. No, but really, it's been a great conversation, man. Tell everybody where they can find you, though, man. Tell them about your Twitch channel and everything, where they can find you.
So I stream on Trovo at trovo.live/it's trust. It's with a Z. I stream every day. I'm actually kind of switching my schedule right now since I'm going to start practicing more. I'm going to stream on Friday, Saturday, do really long streams then, and then Sunday through Thursday, just going to practice on my game and everything. And then once the new rank season starts, we're doing daily streams 7 days a week, 5:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yeah, man. But Trovo is where you can find me. I also have a TikTok. My TikTok is Trust on COD Mobile, CODM. I haven't posted in a while, kind of revamping my TikTok a little bit. I have some really good new clips that I have to post, and definitely going to start getting more active on TikTok.
Okay.
Those are the two places that I'm definitely most active on.
Awesome. Yeah, no. And guys, check out, I mean, this will probably be, this will come out Saturday, so this might be out after, but tomorrow night to Wednesday night, we are going to be doing open world games on Rossi's channel. So check us out there. It's both of us, Jason and Rossi, will be talking about all of our favorite open world games. There's going to be some crazy ones, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
I tried to pick a couple that I didn't think anybody else would pick, just because I know there's going to be so many overlaps as far, Skyrim and all that stuff. So
I had to pick a few offhand ones too.
Yeah. So definitely check that out. That's always fun. This one will be definitely fun talking about open world games. I think.
Oh yeah.
There's some good
tomorrow's gonna be this is gonna be a good session tomorrow.
Definitely. But you guys can find me on Twitter. Not even really on Twitter anymore. I'm on Threads now. Ooh, I don't know what that is. But, you guys can find me on the Multiverse of Geekdom. We have Geekdom Uncut. We have our Jedi Academy. We have queries. We have gaming in the multiverse. We have so many trailers, reactions, guys. And Titan Season 2 is coming out very soon. We are still working on the details, but definitely coming very soon. We're really excited for that. But yeah, Trust, again, thank you so much for coming on here, man. I really, really enjoyed it.
Thanks for having me, man.
Absolutely, man. And guys, we will see you next time in this crazy multiverse. But till next time, guys, Jedi Master Tuck. See y'all next time. do, 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 do.